Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello, everyone.
Hello!
Welcome to another episode of Hypecast!
Hypecast!
So we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm your other co-host, David Bell.
And I'm the Predator.
It's true.
Not
From the movie Predator.
Not a Predator.
Not from To Catch a Predator.
No, not one of those.
Predator.
Not
Yeah.
That would be To Catch the Predator. And that's
Right.
just the end of the movie Predator.
Right. Welcome.
This was a bad way for me to start.
You picked it.
No, I went whole hard in there. I was trying to remember how I haven't introduced myself in there. I'm like, well, I've never called myself a or the Predator on the show before.
Those could be words that I say right now.
The Monster Truck. The Ice Cube album.
How are you? What's up?
I'm Jeff
What's
May,
going
by
on?
the way.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm happy.
You're good?
I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Sure.
I
Nice.
love water, so I have some of that with me.
Same.
Yep.
And I love movies sometimes.
Occasionally, yeah.
And
Also,
sometimes
it's May Day, Jeff. It's you day.
that's right. So if you
Oh,
do not
shit.
subscribe to my YouTube, you're a bad person.
And what is that YouTube?
At Jeff Has Cool Cards. I open cards on there.
Okay.
Very excited. Today I started a new minute rip. Every morning I'm opening WWE Chrome packs.
Amazing.
One pack a day.
If you ever do X-Files again, let me know.
You know I will, baby.
Okay, good. It's a delight. It's an absolute delight. Is there anything else you want to plug? If people don't know, I don't know why they wouldn't know, you are the co-host of a show called Tom and Jeff Watch Batman on this channel.
I'm one of
Hey,
the,
me too.
One of the OGs. We've been doing this show for too long.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here, Tom. We're breaking up. No, I do. So I do Tom and Jeff Watch Batman here. I also do a show called Jeff Has Cool Friends, which is free, but you can get it patreon.com/JEFFMAY. We'll get you early access on censored episodes. Plus, I have the monthly flow with Andrea Gazzetta, Nerd with Dre Alvarez, which you both have guested on.
Yes.
That's true.
And I do a lot of stuff with Adam Todd Brown on the You Don't Even Like Podcast Network. So I talk for money a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Not
Boy, do you.
Let me
You're
refer,
good.
but not I talk for a lot of money. It's just I talk for money a lot.
Right. You talk a lot for money.
Like a
For
street
money.
preacher. Like a street preacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Same
Not dissimilar
essential
to.
job. If you saw a street preacher talking about what happened on an episode of Gotham, it would be indistinguishable from my job.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm glad that that's
Well-
what we do.
Oh, yeah. I am too.
There's no ceiling on this, so I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Thank you for being on. I love it when you're on Hypecast because I feel like, you guys are doing a weekly show and it's like, and it feels like you're not on Hypecast enough. Like,
No.
I don't get to talk to you
That's
enough
true. Yeah, that's
on
true.
podcasts.
Well, because you said I wasn't welcome. I'm
That's
actually
true. I
wondering
did say
why
that.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, you threw wine in Jeff's face the last
Yeah,
time
this
you
is a power
spoke.
play. I'm doing a power move right now where I'm like kind of going to confuse you. I'm going to email you later and be like, "How dare you
It's
be on this?"
It's an interesting flex, but it's a flex I support fully.
Yeah. Before we talk about movies, we have all trailers. It's an Oops All Trailers episode because there's so many goddamn trailers.
Yeah, a bunch dropped. We
This-
did Timecast last week, so we got to play catch up.
Yeah, but before we get into it, we're going to thank some producers, starting with at Nerd Number says, check out MikeSlater.com for amazing Babylon 5 takes.
Thank you.
Hey,
Do it.
that's my
Thank you to
co-host.
Zero. Yeah. Thank you to Zero Charisma.
Thank you.
Thank you to 2001, A Space McNulty
Thank you so much.
Odyssey. Thank you to AJ.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew How Presents. Andrew and Andrew watch Twin Peaks.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew McGuire likes how Tom says Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Thank you to As Long As I Got My Suit and Kai.
Thanks.
Thank you to Asking Seven.
Thank you so much. Let me jump in here. Thank you to BLT22EWHVIS-B.
Thank you.
Thank you to Bootler is looking forward to season 3 of Himboo's.
Thank
Thank you to
you.
Braxton is busting loose and writing a big old nerd book. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you to Brian, who Tom knows. Mm-hmm. Thank you to Brockway loves the meat Millie.
Thank you.
Thank you to Burrito, the skankiest slut in town.
Thank you.
Thank you to be sure to pre-order Jason Pargin's highly controversial new novel, There Are No Giant Crabs in This Novel, a novel of giant crabs.
Thank you.
And thank you to Chester's Prophet.
Thank you.
Hey, is that
How many
All right.
times
is that
can I
actually
say
Jason
novel?
Pargin or is
No.
that-
It is not.
Oh,
It is not.
That was really nice of you. I feel like you don't even have to do that for him. He's doing great on the socials.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. TikTok superstar. So, all right. Coyote versus Acme. How long have we been talking about this movie? Long history.
Like 4 or 5 years, I think.
It's finally happening.
Been a long time. It's been
we
in
have the
development
trailer.
forever.
It looks, I think, great.
I am going to say something. Might be
Okay.
a little controversial.
Okay.
We, as a country, need to make this the most successful movie of all time. And I'm not kidding.
I agree, and it's for multiple reasons, I think.
For me, it's 2 reasons. One, spite.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
want David Zaslav to look as bad as possible.
Yeah.
And 2, I just miss fun movies that aren't just member berries.
Yeah. Well, this is, you could argue it's a little but it's what they do.
But if you're doing okay, here's what I'll say.
It's not.
Did
it's
you see
technically
Mario
not
Galaxy?
member berries. Yes.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Do you remember this character? How about this
Yes.
character? Do you remember this
Yes.
character? But what about this
Yes.
character? Like, okay, that's the plot of the movie, right?
Right.
It's just like, here's some characters. That is cynical. That is ugly. Like, yeah, Looney Tunes, there's a little bit of nostalgia because this is a property that is nearing
what it is.
100 years old.
But it's not like Looney Tunes hasn't gone away.
Yeah. And
Like it's not member berries because it's like, remember Looney Tunes, the show that I believe is they're still making.
yeah. And it's
I don't
Maybe
know
in
for
some
sure.
form.
and it's also one of those things where it's like, yeah, we just do good comedy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if you were to put up any Looney Tune to any Disney short, you're gonna have a hard time saying that Disney's doing a better job.
Yeah. I think the reasons you said, like, I want them to learn from or see that this was a mistake to try to shelve it. I also just think this is like that Roger Rabbit style is such a creative style. There's like, it's like fun and creative and like, I would call this artistic.
Like, what if Space
Yeah.
Jam was good?
Yeah. What if this movie ends up being terrible? What if it's like racist or something and Zaslav's like, see? You fucking see? We all have to feel like
everybody who
dicks.
sees it turns into Beatles. I was
Yeah,
trying to
it's like, I
save
was
you.
trying- yeah.
Yeah, you're like that character shouldn't be doing that. Just
Yeah.
like the whole time. Why are we doing this version of Bugs Bunny? The World War II version is not the version we want in here.
Yeah. I genuinely do hope this is for me and it's a drawn out courtroom drama. Like, I don't think it will be. I'm pretty sure they avoided making it just a courtroom movie, but I would just watch the Looney Tunes characters
In a courtroom
just do
setting.
long Sorkin-esque monologues.
Walk with me. the Sorkin walk, but it's Porky Pig trying to get a whole sentence out during the walk.
Oh yeah.
Just struggling to get his lunch order.
Yeah, imagine just Porky Pig just going through Aaron Sorkin dialogue.
Oh shit.
Like,
I want that so
pick
bad.
any West Wing soliloquy that Martin Sheen had to do and give it to Porky Pig.
Yeah. I want that. I want to
Trying
you
to
can't handle the truth
deliver
moment.
some speech about how like the religious right has taken over politics and
Yeah. I like
abortion.
I like John Cena as a villain in kids stuff.
With a bolo tie, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like John Cena.
Me too. I just think he makes a really good like kids movie villain.
yeah, like-
He's perfect
specifically.
for it. Yeah.
Like what The Rock
Yeah.
used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before The Rock got in The Rock's way. If you've watched like old Rock movies, like the comedy was fun and not ego driven.
Oh yeah.
The way like, you know, you watch The Rock in a movie now and it's like, oh, he's not allowed to get beat up. But watch The Rundown.
Oh yeah, it's a delight. Yeah, John Cena is that. I mean, maybe he'll become a monster someday. Cena.
I hope
He'll
so.
have his Cena empire. He's earned it.
But I'm going to be Cena him in this movie.
Can't wait to see his Cena, see Cena's version of Black Adam. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Can't wait to see him change the power dynamics in the DC universe or whatever.
Yeah.
We have compromised
Right,
Shazam to a permanent end.
Yeah. Man, I'm looking at who made this movie. I forgot that James Gunn has a writing credit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he wrote Scooby-Doo.
I wonder if that, because James Gunn was on that side where it was like, you know, he was just writing and you know, now he's just like one of the more powerful people. I wonder if he had a hand in being like, no, release that movie now. I assume he did, right? Because this is
No, this is not
Brothers.
Warner. This is like in association with Warner.
right.
Like, this
Yeah,
is
it's like Ketchup Entertainment or something.
yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, it is.
This is the movie got made, and then Warner decided not to distribute it
right.
because they're assholes.
Yeah.
Because
This
shareholder value is destroying the country.
The
This
world.
director's gotten like a bad break too, because he did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, a good movie.
Oh, the second
A
one.
very good, and yeah, the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was a delight. But
It's fun.
everybody
It was
was
fun
like,
enough, yeah.
Yeah, it's
everybody was kind of burnt out. Like the
Right,
first
because
one.
that first one was such
fart.
a fart. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also,
Like
we
he
didn't.
course
So
corrected.
wet-
Ninja
frog
Turtles
fart.
shouldn't be Hulks.
No.
Yeah,
They just shouldn't be.
He
They just
inherited
shouldn't
that,
be. I know. And
Yeah.
I like the first movie. I love Bebop and Rocksteady. Their vibe is
Yeah.
impeccable.
yeah,
Fun, just two dudes having a good time.
yeah. Oh, they're great. I
One's
want their
Sheamus, another
Yeah.
wrestler in there.
Sheamus. Freaking WWE.
life. So yeah, I don't know. Good vibes all around for this one.
Yeah, it looks fine.
yeah.
But I implore everyone to see it. Like,
Yeah.
fucking see it. If there's any movie you see out of this entire show, see this.
Yeah.
Also,
why
it's
not?
nice to have fun in a movie.
I also like the premise.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, those Acme products always explode on him, don't they? And it seems like it sounds like it's going to be vaguely anti-corporate in the theme too, where they're like taking down a corporation.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
they're embracing the idea that Warner Brothers didn't release it, and they have that title card at the beginning. It's like Warner Brothers, a subsidiary of the Acme Corporation.
Yes, it's so good in the trailer that I was like, did they plan this entire thing? Because it was like the movie Acme doesn't want you to see, and like tried to pull, and it's like, oh, that's brilliant.
They're so
suing Acme.
Anti-creativity. There's no way
Yeah.
they'd ever do anything like this on purpose.
I know. It's just like what a great
Yeah.
little bit for the trailer.
And you know
I
what's
love
nice?
oh, sorry.
I was going to say, you know what's nice about this is it doesn't start with one piano key and then someone softly doing a cover of a popular song.
do 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 do
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
From the window
I legitimately
to the
that would be
wall.
From the window. Ding,
Ding.
to the wall. Yeah, or like something come out of the shadows or drag somebody into the shadows in a trailer.
Right.
If we never have that again, I'd be fine with it. I think
Yeah.
9 of the trailers we have today have that exact scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably. I will
I
say-
like making Foghorn Leghorn the big boss of Acme.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's a great idea.
Sorry, Dave.
No, I just will say that spoilers. I think I like everything on today to some extent. I think we'll
We'll go
figure
through
out.
it. We'll go through it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to
Yeah,
talk about
Coyote versus
Clayface?
I do want to talk about Clayface. Yes.
Clayface. I think everybody kind of wondered, like, because does this take place in the Patterson little weird
It
grounded?
might be its own Joker movie, though.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's it. We knew it was going to be like a horror and like a more grounded, and now it's like, oh, of course, it's like The Substance. It's a body horror. Like he got
kind of The
he
Fly.
got fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he does some experiment to bring back his pretty face, and now he's all fucking gooey.
I mean,
He makes his little mace hand.
We've-
Get a mace
yeah.
hand.
we've talked about this on Tom and Jeff Watch Batman at length, but Clayface shouldn't be a Batman villain.
Right.
Like, this is a Superman character.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he's a god. Like, he is a demon.
Yes.
his
It
story
is
is very
weird that-
Batman, though.
So
yeah.
much of Batman villains are like regular dudes with like, maybe some super science or maybe, something wrong with them. And then Clayface is a mutant.
Yeah.
Like he's an
It's like-
he's an actual demon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of irony in a lot of Batman villains and a lot of like hoisted by their own petard thing. But also Clayface is a body horror goo being.
But yeah,
He's
I
like a
mean, this
booger
is
puddle.
why I love this. And I love I want this to be in the Robert Pattinson world because why not? Because it's like
It could. It looks like it could be. Like
Yeah.
It's that. Like the lighting looks similar. Like it looks like it's the same kind of dark, oppressive world that the Batman is
Right.
in.
Yeah.
like I don't get me wrong, I love it when we just do big silly superhero, but it's almost like a writing exercise to be like, what if we did like a grounded version? Like I want Mr. Freeze in the Batman too. Like I want that. I want him to go like, I'm going to show you like a weird realistic
Boy,
version of
what a-
Mr. Freeze.
If you start thinking about that for like 8 seconds, it's already a nightmare.
Yeah,
Boy, that would be gnarly.
it's a guy with like nitrogen just going around freezing people.
Or it's like a guy who has to. There's a number of different super gnarly body horror directions you could take Mr. Freeze into.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like that they do the music thing that I mentioned in the previous one. They do. Do you realize by the Flaming Lips? But
Yeah.
they do
They
it
sure
in
do.
the slow cover. Man,
The spooky
Well-
trailer version.
boy, we love a spooky trailer version of a song, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, it goes without saying where it's like, the people making these movies don't get to be the same people making the trailers. Like, whenever that did happen, like Ridley Scott editing the Alien trailer, you're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But most of the time,
They're showing us a word.
yeah. This is I didn't realize the director of The Woman in Black, what I would argue is an extremely underrated horror film.
It's not bad.
With, yeah, I love the vibes of that movie.
I enjoy. It was
It's
one of the
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the first movies Marina and I saw together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
They also did Speak No Evil, the remake.
Well.
I don't know. They also did a Black Mirror episode, Shut Up and Dance. Isn't that? Which one is that?
I don't know.
Shut up and dance.
I dig
Yeah.
I dig that DC isn't as precious as Marvel is. One thing I've always enjoyed about DC is how free they are with all their Elseworlds type stuff. So you can do like, it kind of doesn't matter one way or the other to me whether this is connected to the Batman. Like, I mean, it absolutely doesn't matter to me, and I suspect it'll probably be the same for a lot of people, just because with, like you pointed out, the Joker movie and a couple of other things, it's just DC fans and even DC audiences, people who are just fans of the movies, I feel like are just more sort of accustomed to the idea of a one-off or an Elseworlds or something that's not
They're
anything
accustomed to giving $1 billion to the Joker.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean,
they have
like,
success doing it. Yeah.
In the comics too, they do this a lot. Like DC is always, I feel like anyway, is less precious with their characters who doing the Elseworld stuff. So it seems like there's going to be more opportunities to do weird one-off movies like these that don't have to necessarily be connected to any big overall continuity for the DC universe.
Yeah. I didn't like the Joker movie, but I will say I do think it was good that it succeeded for the reasons you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think Marvel needs to do this because Marvel's going to die as a film studio if it doesn't.
I looked it up. Shut Up and Dance is one of the most disturbing.
Yeah, I looked it up.
It's the one that they had to put San Junipero after just to like give you a little bit of rest.
Chill everybody out. Yeah. I like this director a lot.
Yeah, that episode is. I remember seeing that and just being like, God damn it.
This is
going
to
be
that one. Like, just from the trailer,
Google
that shot of him with the bandages and the slow pull-in, I'm like, this is going to be good. Because I just think this is a really good
when he
director.
wipes his face
down. That's the one where you're like,
man, that's gnarly.
I just think,
looks like
I've said it before, you just can't be a film studio that only makes one thing, like one world. You can't be, we're the Star Wars, we're the Marvel. So like DC is getting around it by being like, yeah, these are all DC comics, but this one's a horror movie. This one's like a gritty drama. Like, we're not connecting them all. They're not all the same tone. And that, I think, really like makes up for the fact that it's all one brand, because it doesn't feel that way. And that, like, they should make a romantic comedy. They should make, like every genre. They should make a courtroom drama. Like, honestly, like they should treat it like a film studio and go, let's make different types of movies. Yeah, they all take place.
A procedural courtroom drama with Harvey Dent, but having it be like a Mad Men style, like the dichotomy of the likable person with the incredible darkness that you get.
Or make it a Hot Tub Time Machine where he keeps like putting half of his face in peril, but not quite.
There was something I saw recently that had a Hot Tub Time Machine vibe in it where I was just like, they're just doing a Hot Tub Time Machine with the arm. I forget what it was.
Yeah, why not?
Where like you knew what's going to happen and you're just waiting for it.
Yeah. To that point, can we talk about the next trailer?
Jace.
Or any other thoughts about? Okay. This is Sony, I assume, but Spider-Noir. I'm honestly impressed by how much Sony has been like, we have one guy and let's just do a bunch of styles, because the Across the Universe or whatever that one's called.
Spider-Verse,
The Spider-Verse.
You mean they're one good Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
They've made in the past 10 years?
Well, they do the ones with Marvel, and then this, which is a series. I still don't know why they're offering it in color. Just commit.
So the ones they did with Marvel did that. And they just got some of the money. Like, Kevin Feige was like, you can't be trusted with this character. Give him to me. Let me use him.
Yeah.
And you can have money for it.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, pretty good, I guess.
It's also weird to talk about Sony as an entity making these decisions where it's like, I don't know how this stuff is coming together. All I know is this is a cool idea, is taking the Spider-Noir and doing...
Yeah, this is...
like...
Yeah.
And like I was saying, like an Elseworlds thing. Like you can see like Electro and like some of the classic villains be reinterpreted for the noir. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
For this for the 20s setting, and that was one of the cool things about the original comic too. I wish this one had retained the darkness of the comic. That was one of the things that was cool about it too, which is weird for me to say because normally I'm not like a guy that's up on all the super dark superhero stuff, but it was one of the things that was appealing to me about the noir comics is that they were dark.
The biggest problem with it is that 95% of all people who were introduced to Spider-Man Noir were introduced to him as a comedy character.
Yeah.
So you can't then go back. It's like they let the comedy genie out of the bottle with having Nicolas Cage do him as a very funny, out of place man.
I gotta say, this looked like it had some gnarly shit in it.
It does. It looks like it has more than I expected in it, for sure. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah,
but,
like I
still,
yeah.
it's not.
It's also just the trailer we're looking at.
Yeah, of course, it's just a trailer, and it's a light criticism of mine. But otherwise, yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. I would hope that they would do more things like this.
Also,
the creator. Oh, okay. I just want to say the creator wrote a little film called 2021's Mortal Kombat,
sure,
as well as Mortal Kombat Legacy and Mortal Kombat Rebirth.
2021's Mortal Kombat, the one where the guy's super Mortal Kombat power is getting his ass beat so hard that he has to evolve a shell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
What a stupid character. I love him so much.
Notice how heavily he's featured in all the trailers for Mortal Kombat 2.
I just like that a bunch of schlubby character actors got to talk to someone and go like, yeah, I'm in something soon. They're like, what? What are you playing? And he's like, I'm Electro. And they're like, no, you're not. You're not. You're 45. You're not Electro. You're 45.
Yeah, but I'm like,
you're schlubby. And they're like, no, I'm Sandman.
Like
that's great.
Like,
I love that
like,
for them.
I'm like Electro, like running a protection racket against a fish market truck in 1926.
I do like the idea of like, I like a swing. I like a swing. You know, I like a big swing. Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
And the thing that really
threw
me for this one is they were like, series. And I'm like, wait, what? I thought this was going to be a movie. Like, my finger was so off of the pulse. I have the superhero fatigue that everyone said was never going to happen. I have it.
Yeah.
I totally have it. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a person who makes a living talking about superheroes, and I saw Fantastic Four First Steps for the first time like 3 weeks ago. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
I think objectively, like, you know, box office grosses are down across the board. I think people are experiencing it to some degree. Yeah.
But the idea that this is, which weirdly is smart because Amazon series are doing great. Like The Boys and Invincible are doing numbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a series. And I was like, oh, good for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Well, my initial thought was like, what does this have to say that fills a series? And then I realized
mystery.
This is probably a detective noir.
Mystery, yeah.
Yeah. Like that's kind of the thing about superheroes right now is it seems like they keep like spoon feeding other genres and like sprinkling superhero on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched Wonder Man, and that's mostly just a drama comedy about being an actor in Los Angeles, and they have to be like, well, it's like superheroes. And when the superhero stuff starts, I'm like, I don't care. I liked the story. And similarly, I'm like, I'd watch a detective thing with Nicolas Cage. I don't even need him to be Spider-Man.
That's what makes a comic fun, though, is because he is this kind of like character. He's very different in the comic, but it's like it's this gumshoe type character in the noir setting who can also web swing out of there. Or like he's in a you know I got to figure out what's going down in the docks, and it's this geeked out version of the Vulture who eats, like, he's a literal carnival geek. He eats people.
It's like it's like it is sort of like if Perry Mason had a superpower. You know?
Yeah, let me slip out of here, Raymond Burr swinging.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I love that we're at that point where they know everybody's fatigued, and they're like, I don't know, let's try this.
Yeah,
like, fuck it. Yeah, it's exciting.
Pretty cool.
Should we talk about Power Ballad?
Yeah, actually, I'm excited about this one.
The trailer I had to watch twice to figure out the vibe.
Yes. So the teaser seemed to indicate that the movie is going to be darker because it's a dark premise. It's about, Paul Rudd plays like a musician, a struggling musician who meets Nick Jonas, who's like clearly on the up and up. And basically they have a night together, and he plays him a song he wrote, and Nick Jonas steals the song. And I was like, that's a really good thriller premise, of this guy spiraling where it's like he's not wrong, like he starts stalking him, but this is a feel good movie. Like the reviews are like the feel good movie of the year.
Maybe it feels good because he kicks the
not.
shit out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Throws him down the stairs like Ed Norton in Fight Club.
Man, I feel
The thing
really
that-
good about this.
Yeah, he really stomped Nick Jonas out.
Yeah.
The thing that oh, sorry, Jeff.
I was going to say this young man that a lot of adult men seem to hate because he's successful and young.
Yeah. What sells it to me is this is John Carney, who I believe
Yes.
also wrote it. He's a writer-director. For people who don't know, he did Sing Street, but more notably the movie Once, which if you were like an indie nerd in the 2000s, Once was a really creative musical. It won a few Academy Awards.
They're both excellent movies. I think we've reviewed them both on the network,
reviewed
but you
them both.
should watch them. Just in general, if you like good really
Sappy?
they're sappy, but they're good
Good.
dramas. They're really affecting, uplifting is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Dramas. Also, if you love music, they're definitely
Once
check those out.
Once is uplifting at times, but yeah,
Once is bittersweet. They're
Yes.
both bittersweet, but
Yeah.
they're uplifting, and it's about finding those moments. And anyway, they're good movies, and if that person is behind this movie, I can see them taking a premise like this and turning it into something that becomes
kind of
like a
incredible.
powerful introspection, or something more
Jeff-
than just hitting Nick Jonas with a brick.
Yeah. Have you seen Once, Jeff?
I haven't.
Okay, Once is it's I would consider it one of my favorite romantic dramas. It's one of those movies where you have to kind of
Man,
go
it's
in
good.
unembarrassed. Like you just have to be again, it's sappy. Like I tear up at the song in that movie when I hear it. And it's like you just it's one of those where
That
it's
song
like,
is
all right,
Cotton
I'm
Eye
a-
Joe.
Yeah. I'm just a big. It's also creative because it's a musical where all the music is diegetic. Like it's all where it's about two musicians. So it's a musical done in this way where there's a scene where she's walking down the street singing, but it's because she's listening to the music on her headphones and learning the song. So they work in music the way a musical would at the same beats a musical would, but it's all in the plot, in the reality of it. It's really cool.
You could watch it and be fooled until the very end. It's like, oh, it was a musical.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought they were just
you
singing.
don't realize it's a
Yeah, yeah.
musical. But it's beat for beat the same structure as a musical.
Just like a
too.
Beauty and the Beast or something.
Yeah.
it's-
So yeah,
anyway, it's
that's
quite
all to
good.
say.
So seeing Paul Rudd in a movie like this too, there's a lot of they're all crowing about his performance.
Just seeing Paul Rudd in a movie, since when?
Yeah. I know.
It's been
He's-
far
I
too
mean-
long since
I know.
we've seen
Give that man some work.
Yeah.
I watched
He's
Anaconda. That was dog shit, by the way.
I
Sorry.
did
Oh,
not
really?
hate. I
Oh,
did not hate
no.
Anaconda because
Oh, it's bad, Jeff.
I didn't watch
I
it.
liked it because it knows exactly what it is, and it's we know.
Here's what I'll say is Paul Rudd is overdue for his Truman Show. His serious, I can be serious. He tried. Remember Mute? It was he had a false start.
Oof.
Or
Yeah.
what was the My Brother something?
I like that. I really like that movie. It's our idiot brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like he has a really good journey, and that's still technically a comedy, but he does get serious.
yeah. It's hard to get you keep looking at Paul Rudd and you'd be like, we need serious. It's hard. That's just hard.
Yeah,
It's like
Right.
Jack Black in a serious role. Whenever it happens, you're like,
yeah. Only when they're
What's
young,
wrong?
when it's Paul Rudd in Halloween or Paul Rudd in Clueless, where they didn't know it was Paul Rudd yet.
or Super Nintendo commercial.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is I think he's capable of it, right? Most comedic actors tend to be
In Romeo
able
and
to do
Juliet.
drama. Wait, he was in that?
He was
It's
Paris.
like Benvolio. Oh, he's Paris.
You mean
That's right.
Romeo plus Juliet?
God damn it. No, he was in the Zeffirelli version from the 60s.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Power Ballad. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Verity. This movie.
Now this one.
This was I learned some stuff. This is a sexy thriller.
Also
God, is
doing
it
the
sexy.
doing the thing that Jeff was talking about. It's playing a slow, spooky version of Kylie Minogue's "Can't Get You Out of My Head."
Yep.
Yep.
But
And
the
it's-
person you can't get out of your head, dead Anne
Anne
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
She doesn't do enough sexy thrillers. Like I realized, because like she's obviously very attractive, but like she doesn't really do like look at me, I'm a sexy
Well,
vixen,
she did
I'm
Serenity,
dangerous.
and I think she realized I don't need to do any others.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate sexy thriller, is Serenity.
Right, whereas Dakota Johnson, you're like, all right, settle down, Dakota Johnson.
It's kind of all
Done
she's got.
plenty.
We get it.
Yeah.
Well, she's
You
got.
have parents.
I love this
Yes.
trailer because I didn't know who was in it. So it's her walking in sexily, and then there's Josh Hartnett.
Right,
It's
sitting
like,
on the couch.
oh.
She starts making out with Josh Hartnett. He transforms into Anne Hathaway. You're like, what?
The Josh
And then she
Hartnett
bites
assault
her.
has been fantastic.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I'm here for it.
I didn't
And
hate
then-
that movie at the concert that everyone else hated.
Oh, I like
Trap?
Trap.
I enjoy Trap.
Everybody seems to think it's the worst fucking movie ever made, and I've been like, I guess I'm bad at liking movies because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think the response was more positive than negative to that movie. So I think you just are talking to stupid people who are wrong.
Stupid people that are ugly. They're ugly.
I mean-
Sorry.
It's the bittersweet about it's the M. Night Shyamalan thing, right? Which is that like, yeah, he's made movies that I didn't like, and I'm like, that was awful. But I'm really glad he's out there because he just shows up and
Talk
goes
about-
like,
talk
here's
about-
a huge fucking swing.
I was going to say, we were talking just a minute ago about taking swings. Here's
Yeah.
the beach that makes you old.
Yeah, and it's like, sometimes I'm like, that was
Fuckers.
so fun, man, and other times I'm like, try again. Let's try again.
Let's do this
move
again.
on.
Let's do
You
this
know
again.
what?
We
If
can
you
move
make a
past the
movie
village.
that becomes a meme like The Beach That Makes You Old, that's also success.
Correct.
It's like Rob Liefeld
Even-
drawing that big titty Captain America.
Yeah.
It's his inability to draw feet. Like he embraces it now. It's part of his brand. Shyamalan, I think, must embrace it by now because
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
like Rob.
the village is like its own meme now, right?
Yeah.
Like the twist in the village.
I remember
But-
seeing The Village. Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, no, go do
I was
the
gonna
village.
say I saw The Village in Millbury, Massachusetts.
Ooh.
I know, and I remember
That's the vibe for the village.
I remember watching this movie and being like,
Massachusetts.
you know what? I almost was like, you know what the twist might be? And I predicted the twist, but then said, no, that's too fucking stupid to be the twist. And then so when it was that, I was like, this movie's fucking stupid.
I had this is a story of someone else's story, but it does make sense. I had a friend who halfway through The Sixth Sense turned to his friend and was like, okay, so Bruce Willis is dead and this happened and that happened. And everybody got like mad that he spoiled it. And like he was just like, what? They showed him get shot and meet a kid who meets dead people. Like when you think of it that way, you're like, oh yeah, I guess he is dead. He is a ghost.
Or if you saw the tale of the dream girl on that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, you'd know that that's exactly what he lifted it from.
Precisely. I want to go back to Verity because I looked it up. It's about a ghostwriter for this woman who is gotten an accident and she's in a wheelchair. You see like flashes of that, and then it becomes some sort of weird, twisted, disturbing. There's some sort of fucking thing.
Like obsessed with her, taking over her life somehow,
Yeah.
like a single white female type
The
sitch.
final plot twist of discovering
the most
this movie
frightening
was-
moment of the trailer. Shocking.
Yeah, it was me looking up the movie and seeing that it was directed by Michael Showalter of
Doug.
Stella.
I'm Doug. I'm out of here.
And like Showalter is one of those people where he is kind of like just a working director. Like he didn't write this.
Also, we were talking about Shyamalan. He's in Signs.
Oh yeah.
He's
Wait,
the guy that's
Walters and Signs?
He's the guy that's bullying Joaquin Phoenix at the recruiter's office.
Yeah. Like he directed The Big Sick. Like he is that's the
He's
it's
a
like
filmmaker, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how when the dean from Community won Best Screenplay, and everybody's like, "Is that the dean from Community?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do other things." You know, it's that
I have a
feeling
career,
of like,
yeah.
I was
yeah,
in Sky
I'm
High.
right? Yeah. It's just
I'm
like
blanking
wow.
on his name right now. My goodness.
Yeah, I am too. Oh, Jim Rash.
Jim
Is that
Rash.
his
There it
name?
is.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's him.
It's just funny to imagine.
Mandy is here.
Yeah. Oh, like
Michael
how
Showalter from Stella directing
Yeah,
a sexy
yes.
thriller.
like how Affleck has
The
Oscars
States,
for
Michael
stuff that
Showalter.
isn't acting.
Yeah,
Like he just
Yeah.
has a bunch
Yes.
of non-acting
He knows.
Oscars.
he knows.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. But again, people can do two things.
Yeah, people contain multitudes.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's exactly right. Like, you know, Damon and Affleck getting a writing Oscar first is
Yeah.
you're like, huh? Oh, okay, I
Right?
guess you're gonna go be in Great Wall and reindeer games now.
Yeah.
They're like, hell yeah, we are.
Have fun wearing a T-shirt under your exoskeleton in that movie that sucks about the ring.
Yeah.
What was that?
Elysium. Elysium.
Elysium. Oh boy,
Yep.
was that bad.
I enjoy
Yeah.
Elysium.
I saw that in the theater and I was like, so he's wearing a dirty shirt under the surgery?
Uh huh.
Makes sense.
It's gross. It's getting infected. Needs to get up to that space ring so he can use their surgery beds. Fix his shirt body.
Yeah, get on that
You
Halo.
get the shirt off me. Does the ring take shirts off?
Can the ring to get this out of me, man? Because it's sewing my Big Johnson tee into my chest.
God, you guys are right. I need to watch Elysium. Elysium's a
rad.
movie you can watch every 10 years.
Chateau Copley gets his face blown off by a grenade, and they
Yeah.
put it back together.
Yeah.
And then Jodie Foster just makes a choice.
She's in that?
Like she's
Yeah.
like the main.
She's the evil French president of
I
Elysium.
gotta watch
She's like
Elysium.
French Texan or something like that. Like it's,
Hell yeah, she is. It's great.
That's awesome.
She's awesome.
maybe
I
I like
love-
it more now that I can enjoy a dumb fucking movie better.
It's his sophomore film, right?
Yeah.
Or it's his sophomore. It's
No, was that because that was before
Shyamalan.
Chappie? I mean, it was after
It's the
Chappie.
second. It's before Chappie.
Oh, was it before Chappie?
I'm just
It's
I'm
the
a
second
big
best
fan.
movie he made. Neil
Yeah.
Blomkamp.
I just love sophomore films of directors who have that big indie hit because the sophomore film was always nobody saying no to them and them going like, what is this, a ring in space? And they're like, all right, you want $100 million? And he's like, yeah, absolutely.
I would
And
say
then he made
Mallrats is the best version of that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, Mallrats, Kevin Smith hated making that. That
Yes.
was his like, yeah.
I mean, I know it's not the same because it's not a sophomore movie, but Favreau's Iron Man 2 experience was so bad that he made Chef about Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's so funny.
He should make another Chef 2.
Did you ever watch a Chef show?
No.
No.
Delightful. It's on Netflix. It's just
There's
him
a
and Roy
chef
Choi
show.
making food with people, and it's amazing. And telling
Weird question.
stories.
What's-
That's from the show where, remember when Gwyneth Paltrow didn't know she was in Spider-Man?
Yes.
That's from the Chef show.
That's great. I just had to look up because I was like, what's Jon Favreau up to? Oh, right.
It's Mandalorian and Grogu.
He's making The Mandalorian.
yeah, that'll
He's
be
making-
the next season. He'll cook up eggs with Grogu.
Yeah.
The next, he's just making money.
Yeah. Good on him. He's also making The Jungle Book 2, which is like the only Disney remake that I'm like, that was good.
The Jungle
They should
Book
make
is
another-
great. It's actually better than the cartoon.
It was.
And it's-
I appreciated that it was different. At least, like
Yeah.
the others were just these soulless scene for scene remakes with photorealistic CGI that's hilarious. But Jungle Book did a different thing, and I really respected it for that.
The Jungle
I just
Book is
realized-
as much as you
incredible.
can for that movie. It was a cool movie. Yeah,
It's so good.
I enjoyed it.
Between
Or
that,
Gollum.
The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
and Iron Man, Jon Favreau has a history of like setting them up and then everybody kind of like fucks it up. You know what I mean? Where he's just like, here's a franchise.
Well, they
Go
got
with
him
it.
back to do the Lion King one, right?
Oh yeah.
Did the
do the
Lion
Lion King
King.
Which is the funniest, most soulless
Yeah.
version of that. But you're
Oh
right.
my
He, did,
God,
he gave him the template, and they're like, "What if we just did the Lion King? Would you do the Lion King for us for all of these millions of dollars?"
And he's like,
Looking at
And he said, "Yes, I would." He's not made of stone.
the year of his
his
time.
track record. His track record is like banger, 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 Cowboys and Aliens, banger, banger, banger,
Which should have been a banger.
Lion King, and it's like it's fine, man. It's fine.
Cowboys and Aliens should have, for all intents and purposes, been a banger.
Yeah.
It
just-
should have.
Like, look at the lineup, look at the premise, and you're like, there's
Oh,
no
on
way
paper,
this could
yes.
fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should have been.
But
Anyway,
also
this
Elf.
is Verity, but
Yeah.
it's true. He also made
Elf.
Elf.
sexy thriller. Let's talk about Star City. Really misleading name. I was like, oh, sweet. This is going to be cool.
I didn't know what to expect, yeah.
This is a really weird premise. The premise is, what if Russia got to the moon before us? And when I heard that, I was like, okay, this isn't like The Man in the High Castle. Like, I imagine it wouldn't change history that much.
I guess it's a sequel or a companion series to For All Mankind, right? Because that's the premise of For All Mankind.
Yeah, and then they're like, what if that happened and then this other thing happened where they're all like doing spy shit and it's like...
Building a base on the moon.
Right. It's just I'm not against it. It's just like this weird alternate history world they're creating.
Well, I think you have... I really think this is a sequel series to For All Mankind, so I think you have to be keyed into that show.
Okay.
Like, this show is for those fans.
Is that part of it? Because this trailer was boring as shit.
Because otherwise, you're right. It's feeding you a whole separate premise before it gets to the idea, okay, now this show is about espionage between Russia and America about a base on the moon.
Right. Okay, that makes sense because, like, if they said, what if Russia landed on the moon first, it would be secretly interesting. Here's why. Like, what I mean is, like, Man in the High Castle, what if the Nazis won? You instantly go, like, oh, I know what that's going to be. You know, like, you can go, like, oh, what if the most evil people won? You know there's a premise there. Whereas, what if Russia landed on the moon first? It's like, well, we haven't gone back there.
I'm told
in
it's
like
really
50
good.
years. We didn't find anything up there. So who you know, it's like, what if someone else founded America?
I think it's more about fighting the Cold War, like, physically in space.
Yeah.
But I'm told the show is good. I've not seen it, but I know one of the writers is, I want to say it's like J. Michael Straczynski is one of the writers. Or maybe not him. Maybe it might be the Babylon 5 person.
J. Michael Straczynski.
Who is J. Michael Straczynski? Okay. So
Correct.
yeah, it is him. Okay.
It's probably very good.
The guy that broke up Spider-Man and Mary Jane. No, he didn't. That was Joe Quesada. He had just had to write it.
I want to talk about the next trailer. Jackass Best and Last. I don't know about you guys. I love every Jackass movie.
Yeah.
Did you ever go back to the first? Did you ever watch like Jackass Forever and then go back to the first one and be like, they have really improved their game?
Oh yeah.
Like it's incredible looking where the first one is to where they are now. I've recently done a rewatch. This is also the most enjoyable franchise in the history of cinema.
I could have
think
a long
that's probably
debate about
true.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do think Jackass is like... It's surprising how, like, visceral and how, like, honestly, I do consider some stuff they do, like, a form of art. Like,
course.
they're definitely obviously physical performers. But in all of Jackass, I will say, when they just sat down and gave each other paper cuts, I was like, this is it. This is as like, you have... this. It's never going to be as visceral and upsetting as this sequence that you're doing, where it was like, we'll just get right down to it, paper cuts on like the insides of our mouths and like the webbing of our fingers, and it was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was
so like they've gotten better, but also I'm like, I don't know if you can top that as like pure anguish like to watch.
There's the one that I still can't watch is the sweatsuit one, but it's the same. I think that's the same. Same idea though. It's when they wrap Preston up in saran wrap and have him run on a treadmill, so he sweats inside it, and then they just squeeze the sweat from the saran wrap into a cup, and Steve-O drinks it.
I will say,
it's just another version of what you're talking about, where they're just getting down to let's just be heinous.
Yeah, I'll say that I think about this. Like I've said this about horror movies and other things. Gross out specifically is like my least favorite part of these movies, where I'm just like, yeah, that's gross. Like I really like elaborate Looney Tunes when they do that shit. The fucking giant hand slapping Sam.
The giant hand might be like the best gag, right?
Yeah,
that's one of the greatest gags in all of film history.
Yeah.
Hey, high five, and then it fucking levels him. It's so good.
And the background of like Knoxville really taking it seriously. Like not all of them did, obviously, but like really designing these things and thinking about comedy. Like I do think he thinks about comedy as a craft, as like what is funny.
It's him. I know
humor.
it's Jeff Tremaine the director, brainstorms
Yeah.
a lot. Like him and Spike Jonze, I think, brainstorm a lot of them too.
The way it's edited and shot, like they're thinking about it.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Yeah, I do like the CKY early stuff where they're like in a field shooting him in a bulletproof jacket or vest and then running because the cops are getting called. Like I do love that like weird gritty shit they did.
Yeah.
This, by the way,
That was the first video. It was him doing that, testing the stun guns for Big Brother magazine.
Yeah. This looks more like a retrospective, which honestly I'm glad. Like I didn't want to see these old people get concussions.
I do.
I mean,
We all
it's-
kind of
it's
want
their
that
job.
a little bit, though, right?
Make a sequel to Action
Yeah.
Point.
It's the, Jackie Chan can't jump off a train anymore. And it's like, I get it, man. Like, it's not even that they're old. It's like they have kids and shit. One of my favorite moments is, I think, Jackass 3, when it's like they're not that old, where he does the Buster Keaton house falling, and they show the outtake in the credits, and it hits Johnny Knoxville. Like, the window doesn't go through.
Ugh.
And you hear his daughter, who's like 8, off camera scream, "You idiot!" And she's like really mad. And I think there is that element of like his kids and family are probably like, "I can't watch you do this all the time."
But also, we have this really nice house.
Exactly.
I truly love this. I love that Rachel Wolfson, by the way, became a member of the Jackass crew. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that's
I like they recruited young
That's
people.
so
They're like
fun.
a cult.
her whole thing was because she was like the girl, was to not say no to anything.
Yep.
Like that was her thing. Is like I didn't use one because like they're allowed to say no to things, and she's like I didn't say no to anything
Yeah, you got it. You can't.
because it's But God,
There's a-
what a great franchise.
I mean-
It's brilliant high. It's brilliant sober. Like
Yeah.
It's just funny. Yeah. I
It's-
mean,
it's
like,
also
sometimes-
super non-toxic.
Sometimes it's not funny. So, like the Butterbean one, it was like in my audience, no one was laughing in the theater. Everyone was like, "Guys, Jesus Christ!"
Really?
yeah.
We
That's
were
what I
all
like
laughing.
about it, though.
You had to go a little more.
Yeah.
You had to go a little more east, Dave. You should have come on to the Worcester area. You hill
Yeah.
people out in the Springfield area. You guys missed it because we were having a blast watching that happen.
When you
His
said
head
it's not
bouncing
toxic,
off the counter.
Jackass, I don't know about you guys. When I first heard of Jackass, I immediately didn't like it. And the reason why is because I had already seen what Tom Green did with the genre. And I hated Tom Green because Tom Green was mean. Tom Green went out and harassed people.
Yeah, his bit was kind of mean spirited.
Yes, he would go to a kid's soccer game and steal the ball. And it was like, that isn't funny to me. And so I just assumed Jackass was going to be that. But what it turns out is that they only hurt themselves. Like,
For the most part, yeah. I got into it through CKY.
yeah.
So I was sort of
Early
I was a little-
adopter.
I was a little mad at Jackass for an entirely different reason. for like the first week it was on TV because I saw the promos and I was like, that's just CK. You guys just took the CKY videos.
And then it's
Like,
like,
they
hey,
were
those are all
showing
the
the
guys
CKY
from the CKY video.
Well, they're in the first season. It's literal clips from like all the Fat Bam and the Fat Suit stuff and the shopping cart
Right.
stuff. Those are actually clips from CKY. So I'm like, well, you're just showing the videos, but then of course you get into it. But yeah, I was really into Tom Green too. I liked Tom Green. I thought he was funny. But
I like Freddy Got Fingered.
Freddy Got Fingered is an amazing movie that you can't stream anymore. You can't stream it right now. It's not available anywhere.
Looking back at Freddy Got Fingered and hearing the history of it makes it so much better.
Yeah.
That it is
It makes me appreciate it a lot more.
it's
for
a
sure.
meta troll commentary on the studio system, which I think is
Yeah.
absolutely
like-
brilliant.
Yeah, I like that all that stuff is there. I just liked it at the time for being so weird. But it's getting older and realizing there was intent behind it. It is fun. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, man, these guys. There was
This'll
always
be
a
fun.
distinct difference between them and Tom Green, and yeah, we've all been watching these guys since high school. So
I hope this is the last. I think they don't need to make
pretty
more,
clear in the
but
title.
they do need to make Son of Jackass. They teased it.
I'm
Where they're all ancient.
I'm going to assume that they got offered an amount of money that is ungodly
Yeah.
to do this, because the profit margins on this movie
These must cost
is
nothing to make.
Fucking believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These have to cost like a song to make.
Yeah.
You're paying mostly just insurance.
Paper cuts. Again, it's like, insurance contracts. There's probably a lot of legal shit.
Yeah, but like they have that, like they tease in this the world's most deadly escape room, or the world's worst escape room, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That shit looks funny. Like
Yeah.
they never cease to not be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really hope they don't kill Aaron McGarry in this.
Yeah.
They get so close, man.
That dude.
We see him deteriorate over the course of the series.
I don't think anybody has taken more emotional abuse
Yeah.
on this entire thing than yeah.
No, I gotta say, it's like, it's not. They didn't all come out of this. I just remember watching the first Jackass and going like, God, these guys are gonna have a dark future, and like,
They turned
they had
out
dark
kinda,
presence.
yeah. Like it's sort of like rock stars, where you're like, man, like I hope you guys are gonna be okay.
Meanwhile, they'll
And
just
like,
have
they
podcasts.
didn't all make it. Yeah,
Most of them made it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean,
better than I thought.
and the unfortunate death of Ryan Dunn. I mean, that was an accident, really, right? Like that wasn't
Unrelated. It's a
DUI.
It's a DUI, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
it was
like
not
the
filming
sad
a
one.
stunt or anything.
No.
Yeah. No, I didn't think they were going to die filming a stunt. I just looked at them and went,
No,
like,
yeah, I
the kind of
expect
lives
just
that these guys
overdoses.
live. Yeah.
All, like
I hope these
opiates.
guys get clean.
Yeah, like-
yeah.
Like this is the kind of movie that if you told me everybody ended up addicted to opiates, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because their
think that
bodies
was-
must be like fucking NFL linemen from the 80s
Yeah.
bodies.
At least.
I mean, Johnny Knoxville talks about it, right? Like he fucked his fucking dick up,
He got a concussion.
like
yeah.
on
His dick got a
like
concussion.
some stunt that he did where he landed wrong. Like, I mean, this is literally like they're selling your soul and selling your body, and these men sold their bodies
yeah.
to this fame monster.
Yeah. Overall, though, like
funny,
I don't
though.
know, it's funny.
I
I'm sure
love
old
it.
people at the time saw it as the decline of civilization. Of like, I can't believe we've gotten this low. But then you watch it and you go like, these people. I think the reason they stuck around so long is because they actually put thought into
It's
what
pretty
they're doing.
It's pretty classic humor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Honestly.
very Looney Tunesy.
It's very timeless. That's a
And-
lot of those. All those bits still hold up.
Well,
for
if
the
you
most
look
part.
at a lot of their props are like Chuck Jones. Like there's one
Yeah.
scene where Johnny Knoxville's on that rocket. He looks like fucking a mix between Evel Knievel and Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Also, to any hypothetical old person shaking their head, your generation used to do horse diving. Get over it. We're all freaks. We were always freaks.
your generation did Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all doing this shit.
Everybody's
every
done this
generation.
crap. Yeah. in my
Some
face.
caveman was like, "Watch this." Stuck his dick in a dinosaur.
Absolutely.
It's fine.
And a dinosaur.
It's fine.
Dave, do you
That's
think
how the Mario
Flintstones
games
was real?
happened.
Yes.
But I do think that, and when I say non-toxic too, it's like these guys clearly it suck. Like some of these stunts suck and everything, but everybody's having fun.
Here's what I think the word is, and I do think, I'm sure people can cite sketches that are like, well, not there. But
Yeah.
the difference between them and Tom Green to me is consent, meaning
Yes.
like even when Bam's torturing his dad, I know that his dad obviously signed something and was like, I'm getting paid to do, because they'll show his dad do stunts. And I'm like, okay, clearly his dad got in on it. And like, it's just like, it really comes down to that. When they do pranks, the people with their faces blurred would just be people witnessing the thing happen as opposed to someone being hurt.
And they
by
just didn't
them.
sign the release,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no bystanders ever got harmed,
No.
or at least not that
No.
we saw.
No, it's more about exactly like we've made this. It's
Yeah.
more about like doing things in front of them for a reaction. That's
Taking
as,
a shit in a
Yeah, exactly. Taking a shit in a
Toilet.
hardware store.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
you know the car rental, the car demo
Yeah.
derby. It's like
Entering into a demolition derby.
it's like they clearly cleared that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there is also like, spoiler alert, cinema. Like, there's kayfabe to a lot of the stuff too.
Oh,
where
yes.
it's like, yeah, man, they're doing this prank, but they didn't actually fuck this guy over with the car.
Yeah, they have a
The-
producer.
no.
who
This
scopes
is
out a
pay for that
place
car.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
They set up like the collapsing glass and then like the falling ladder stunt and like a bunch of stuff that's in like supposedly real storefronts and things like that.
It's-
Yeah.
It's like how Cash Cab, people go like, wow, maybe I can get Cash Cab. And it's like, no, those were actors going to an audition that they specifically like vetted, who thought they were going to audition for another game show. Like, it's not like he didn't go around surprising people in a cab. It's all pre-arranged, right? Like,
Right.
yeah.
They knew
Imagine
they were
if
going
you
to be on
had
a
to
game
get-
show, just not Cash Cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
like, there's
Jeff.
probably...
I was going to say, imagine if you had to get somewhere and fucking Ben Bailey is your cab driver.
It'd be amazing.
And he turns on the thing, you're like, no. I have a
I wrote
dinner
that
in
That
fucking
sketch
12
must
minutes.
exist.
No. So I wrote that into a movie, and then 30 Rock did it. He goes to the hospital and he gets in the Cash Cab.
Oh,
and
that does happen.
He,
Okay.
He Slumdog Millionaires, the Cash Cab, which is a good bit as well. Is like it's all like life experience that he uses.
Who's he?
Tracy
Oh,
Jordan.
no.
Yeah, it's a good bit.
The human cartoon. Tracy
Yeah.
Morgan. Yeah.
Should we thank some more producers?
Yeah, let's do
Jason.
it.
All right. Big thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts, Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Dan Hackroyd.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dave Ruff.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to David Knife Boot Henson. Thank you to Deborah's awesome. Barbara's great and cancer can go to hell.
Thank you.
Thank you to Disposable Income.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Driftless Magistrate of Wagga Wagga and Skull Tower Aficionado.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Exploding Runes.
Thank you.
Thank you to Fat Todd's Chocolate Hog.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky Jane Mostly Comes Out at Night. Mostly.
Thank you.
Thank you to Happy Ed Classic. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to Heathcliff's Helping Handfuls.
Thank you.
Thank you to Highlander Likes the Way Tom says, pretty sweet.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to I was quite frankly out of excuses.
Thank you.
Thank you to I'm not allowed to say that on a podcast.
Yes.
Thank you to Joe Man, the annoying skeleton.
Thank you.
Thank you to Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
Thanks.
Thank you to Look Mime on a podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mike the Lurker.
Thank you.
Thank you to my ashwagandha. Don't want none unless you got puns, son.
Thank you. All right. More goddamn trailers.
Wait,
Wait,
there's
are
there?
more trailers?
There's so many
I
more.
am.
Well, a couple of more.
Resident Evil.
The new one from Zach Cregers.
Is Resident Evil like when you stand back from Star Wars and you're like, that's a dumb name. Is Resident Evil a dumb name or a good name? I legitimately can't tell.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, neither do I. Star Wars.
It's the
you know what
evil
it means.
inside,
Yeah.
but also at a
Ooh.
residency.
That's a different game,
This-
though. The Evil Within.
Oh, that's an
This
excellent
is-
point. Yeah.
This
I know the
feels like
original
something-
Japanese title. In Japan, it's called Biohazard.
Is it?
Yeah.
But that's a
makes more
cool
sense.
band out here, so we couldn't do that.
Right.
It is.
I don't know if I
It's
like
so-
that name better, though.
What then?
Biohazard.
Biohazard. At least I know what it means. I'm like, got it.
It gives me. It immediately points my brain in a certain direction, though. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I
it
think-
immediately is
no,
pointing me
I-
kind of more of a science fiction direction, whereas
Yeah.
Resident Evil is more because I have no idea what that title means. Really, it's vague.
But you
it's
know
more,
it's evil. You know
yeah,
horror.
it's more like nebulous
sort
and
of-
mysterious and spooky.
I like Blade Runner because you're like, I don't know what
fuck
that means,
does
but I
that
know it's a
mean? Yeah.
sci-fi.
Stupid ass name. Yeah.
This it's funny. It feels like
sorry,
he did this on the side,
I, th-
which is
yeah, I think Resident Evil, a good name for it would have been Medicine Zombies.
yeah. Why not?
Aspirin ghouls.
That sounds like a band. That sounds like a '90s band that's like weirdly soft, like soft.
Oh yeah, like Cranberries.
Yeah. It's what's with so we did that Mila Jovovich one, and it feels like they dumped a lot of money into that, and then they did all those side ones, and they've clearly hit a point where they're like, we're not going to spend that much money on a Resident Evil, because they did Welcome to Raccoon City, which I wish we got more of that. And you know what? They should keep making sequels to that.
Yeah.
That was very indie. It's
That
just
already
interesting
didn't have much money, yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird because, like, I just don't know what's going into adaptations of video games in terms of, like, let's make this a Mario Galaxy. Let's make this millions and millions of dollars versus let's make, like, a little indie
Let's
thing.
make a good movie.
Yeah.
Like,
this looks
a
good,
good
by the way.
script can, like, look at Drag Me to Hell. Like, there are movies that can be done very well for very decent budgets that if they're well written and well directed, like, they'll take off.
And horror is specifically a genre that you can make on a low budget and make a lot of money. So combine that with video game adaptation horror, where it's like we're just in a house. They're gonna make so much goddamn money on this thing.
And this has a built-in fucking audience.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean.
It's not just that it's the horror genre. It's the horror genre that has millions of fans already.
Yeah. So, like, I bet they, like, when Zach Kreger came to them and this, like, takes place mostly in a house, they're like, yeah, greenlit.
Greenlit.
Just like Resident Evil.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, I wrote that in the notes, but like Barbarian, like Zach Kreger's previous movie, is kind of Resident Evil, right? Because it's a spooky house with, like, a big secret basement.
But the real evil was the resident, Tom.
Yeah.
It's true. Yep, there it is. That's what it means.
I do really hope it cuts to Justin Long on the PCH halfway through this movie, and he just does it again. Justin Long's going to be in this, right? He's going to fucking long himself in there.
He's like Mr. Umbrella or something.
Yeah.
I would think Richard Brake actually has a good chance of being in this.
Oh, man.
yeah.
He's got Resident Evil face. dude.
Richard
He's gotta
Brake.
be in it.
Doom.
Richard Brake was made to be in this movie in
Yeah.
a lab at Umbrella Corp.
He already checked off Doom. He was in that one, so.
So, have we had as many versions of Resident Evil in cinemas as we have had Spider-Man?
Well, that's the thing. So, Tom, you're our resident Evil.
You're our
fan,
evil
right?
Resident Evil.
I've said this before. I've not really played. I played 7 with you, Tom. We played a stream.
We did, yeah, that's true.
And then I played the one where you're in the creepy house, like the Texas Chainsaw one.
That's 7.
Okay, so what's the one where you're like doing pile drivers on zombies?
That's 6.
Okay, so I played 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And from that experience, I'm like, oh, so those games can be just about anything, huh? Like we're just not beholden to any one
Kind
genre.
of. The
They're
main line series tended to be closer to 7, the spooky
Okay.
one in the Texas Chainsaw House. Although it
Okay.
did become, in 4, 5, and 6, it became way more like action focused,
Right. So because
like
my
suplexing
understanding,
zombies.
4 was considered like the gold standard for a very
People
long
really
time,
love
right?
4. Yeah, people really
Yeah.
love 4. 4 and
Because
2,
we
I
have
think, are
made-
people's favorites.
we've made a lot of Resident Evil movies, but we haven't made a lot of Resident Evil like series. Like there's just the 3 worlds, right? There's the Mila Jovovich, the Welcome to Raccoon City, and this.
There was also
It's
that
just my
brief Netflix live action series with
yeah.
Lance Reddick.
It's just my understanding is that if you watch like Resident Evil Apocalypse and then you watch Welcome to Raccoon City, they're both perfectly acceptable adaptations of the game, despite like one of them being like on a boat or something and she's in the Matrix, where it's like it's such a wide.
Those Mila
like, the-
ones got really weird. But
yeah,
Real
But, like,
fast,
playing-
too.
Playing 6, I was like, oh, I guess they're the games
the
also
games
get really
got weird too. Yeah, so it's.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's a giant vampire lady that I like
Yeah.
very much.
There sure is. Get her in the film.
Big old
the
yeah,
film.
give me a big old vampire mommy, please.
So, Tom, as a Resident Evil fan, you're saying this looks really like
This looks cool. It looks like Zach Kreger's made his own Resident Evil game because the trailer, if you've not seen it, it's a guy getting to a house. It seems like he's broken down. He's coming to use a house, trying to use the phone. Something weird's going on. The inside of the house looks like a Resident Evil house. There's all this creepy, weird shit that looks out of place in a modern house.
I think that's the right way.
He's
There's
like
a guy
finding
eating a
keys.
green plant.
Yeah.
yeah.
spraying himself in the face and his cuts disappear. No, but he like finds like some keys. He finds like, you see him find like a gun and load some bullets into it. He finds like there's a basement, and then we see like it looks like the sequence of all the beats of playing through a Resident Evil game, right? Where you find yourself in it starts small in like a spooky house or something, and then as you explore, you uncover the bigger area and the sort of mystery around what's going on, and it's like very similar to Barbarian, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
and I do think that's the right adaptation. Like,
yeah,
it's not The Last of Us where you're like, we're just going to do the game. Like, for example,
and also Raccoon City did that.
Yes,
where
right.
it more directly adapted the story of the game. So we already did that.
It's like they made an Uncharted movie, and they didn't quite do this, but it's like if you make an Uncharted movie, you don't have to adapt one of the games.
Right.
Just do the vibe.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm going to add a new story.
Have them hunt whatever treasure. You have to make up your own treasure hunting story.
Yeah. The one they did was like a hybrid where they're like, this is from the game. But yeah, you can just kind of, for Resident Evil, just say like, and here's another one. Yeah, I'm very excited for
Do you
this.
think we're going to get another Uncharted? Probably not, huh?
I think they should do it again with everybody different. I think it was like, try it again. I think Uncharted could be a good movie series. I think they did the thing where like the people making it didn't care enough about the source material, and they're like, who's hot?
The casting
Let's get Spider-Man in there. Yeah.
The casting was really, you're watching it, you're like, huh.
They didn't believe in the fans enough. They were like, let's get new fans. Let's let everybody.
Let's pull some Wahlberg stands in here. That's a good group of people that we want coming to see our movie.
Yeah.
Hitch our wagon at his star.
Yeah, those Transformers 4 folks.
Right. It's hard when they did like, I get why they did this. All the fans were like Nathan Fillion. And I know he's a bit old now. But
now he's
honestly,
old,
they could have done like a sequel, and they could have like one where it's like, it's him old.
They were gonna have Mark Wahlberg, but he was too old. Like, you could have just slid that way.
It's weird. It just felt, I don't know.
It is also the thing where people needed to stop casting Nathan Fillion as things on the internet.
Yeah,
it's like the internet thinks that Alan Ritchson, Idris Elba, and Nathan Fillion are the only 3 actors that deserve roles.
Yes, but playing Uncharted, you're like, they're doing
clear inspiration there. Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm just excited for another Zach Cregger film, and then he's doing like another Weapons, which he's doing like a Gladys prequel. I don't know. Yeah. I trust him enough that he's such a weird guy that I'm like, he's gonna do something weird. Yeah, like he's such a. I don't know. His writing structure is so unique that I'm like, I mean, give me it. Do everything, man. You haven't.
No, I agree.
I'm
excited. Like Resident Evil is another one of those things, like I was saying earlier with Batman, that I don't necessarily mind that it sort of goes apeshit now. Because for a while it bothered me that they never attempted to just like adapt the story of the game. But they did that. Yeah. We got that with Raccoon City. And I like that movie. I have that movie now. It's fine.
I really like that movie. Yeah,
but I like that Resident Evil can be so many different things. So.
You ever have someone try to explain Resident Evil lore?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm usually the one trying to do it.
Oh, don't. Like you come off you come off insane.
I never played Code Veronica, so there's like huge blind spots with like the Ashcroft twins and shit.
See, just what you just said right now, I don't like.
Yeah.
There's the thing with the Ashcroft twins. Like, why are the twins good guys or bad guys? I don't know.
Oh, no, they're bad, Jeff. They're evil.
Oh,
they're Resident Evil.
Oh, their residency is pure evil. Yeah, pure evil. The thing about Resident Evil is it's like, it's a loose concept. You know, like I get there's like, the Chris Redfield character and stuff like that, but like
definite characters and storylines, but like Dungeons and Dragons told its own story.
Yeah,
you know
this is like Resident Evil is really poised for vibes.
It is. I thought for the longest time, so it's zombies. And then that tall, hot lady, and I'm like, what the fuck is she? So I'm like, I don't know what this is
'Tis
anymore.
all things.
Yeah.
The zombies are merely the pawns on the board.
Dave,
they were making other beasties.
I'm frustrated you even asked that question of what her
Tom,
deal is.
we'll do a separate podcast where we do that, like when Robert explained Warhammer, where you can just for 4 hours explain. We'll make you do cocaine.
I pitched you. I want to do I want to do a Warhammer podcast now that I'm into it.
Okay, yeah.
Where I just explain to you the events of the Horus Heresy.
Well, I sit there and go yeah.
So here's
Sure,
what
man.
happens in book 1, Dave.
I'm doing other things.
Tom, where do you
talking?
How do you have the time? That's so how do you do are you on Beyonce time? Do you get an extra hour?
I think so. I've made several dark bargains.
That is because I'm where if I don't have a kid, and if you were to try to get me into Warhammer, I'd be like, I don't have fucking time to get into Warhammer right now.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're just side questing your way through goddamn Warhammer. I am very impressed.
Oh, well, I read fast and I sleep about 4 hours.
Okay.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Just picturing you pushing your Warhammer guys on the map while you're holding the baby.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You're joking. I have games. I have a game set up downstairs that I will go down and move. It's not Warhammer, but
Yeah. Just
zombie
need
side.
one
It's
hand.
cornhole. I just
cornhole.
toss the
No.
baby and try to get her into the net.
I can run down and take a little turn and then run back upstairs.
Let's talk about Super Troopers 3. Now,
Indeed.
there was
Austin
a holy...
Powers 3 of Super Troopers movies.
Yeah. There was a holy trinity for me. I worked at a movie theater. It was like the 2000s. And it was the holy trinity of movies, comedies where I went great, I'm laughing, I guess. And it was Super Troopers, Kung Pao, a movie that's pretty fucking problematic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just What's Up, Tiger Lily? And Undercover Brother. And those three films are all like these blunt instruments where you're like, this isn't clever, but I'm laughing. Great. You got me.
Undercover Brother has...
There's some great...
Oh, I love Undercover
That still
Brother.
gets me. There's some belly laughs in that movie.
The fight scene in Undercover Brother where everybody else stops and just watches the fight scene is classically fantastic.
Again, it's
Chris
like...
Kattan falling into a shark and then exploding.
Yeah.
It's just
like,
stupidest joke.
That's
right. You made me laugh, you fuckers. And Jackass was probably around there too. This is all to say
same
that
time, 2002-ish.
Super Troopers 2
Yeah,
was me going here we go. And then same reaction, me going fuck you, I laughed. You made me laugh, you motherfuckers. And this trailer, same reaction. I'm like, you sons of bitches.
Yep, made me laugh.
I'm laughing at your goddamn Super Troopers 3.
one of the problems I have with comedy sequels in general is that when they just try to recreate the lightning in a bottle, it is always derivative, and I don't enjoy. There was the whole, in part 2 where he was doing the no cream, but
Right.
in French.
Yeah, remember this joke.
And it's just the references to past jokes. And the first half of this entire trailer is literally just references to previous jokes.
Here's what I'll say is that Super Troopers 2, I think there's this trailer ratio where it's every comedy sequel does that, and then they stick all of them in the trailers. And then sometimes you'll watch the movie and go, yep, it was all remember this joke. I would argue that Super Troopers 2 did have enough new stuff that made me laugh, or variations that made me laugh personally.
Yeah, same. It's been long enough that I've seen the first two that I didn't really catch I forgot cream was a thing.
Right.
So I didn't catch most of the references in the first half of the trailer. So it was just
It's
me
also,
enjoying jokes.
Good.
It's also Broken. My case is also that Broken Lizard. If you watch their movies, all their movies are kind of Super Troopers, but they just swap personalities and in terms of humor, and it's all blunt instruments. So to me, it's the only reason they're making Super Troopers is because nobody watched Slammin' Salmon. So they're okay, take all those.
That's
jokes
their
and
best
just
one.
Stick them in. It is, and it's they had to ride it. I love that Brian Cox, they call and they're we're making a third Super Troopers, and he's I'm there. I'll be there.
That man will not turn down a paycheck.
Give Coxie a scene.
I think it's just a scene for the record.
That man
looks
is or was the voice of McDonald's.
Currently, I believe. Yeah.
That is Walton Goggins. You're just do you need it? Do you need it?
Yeah, he did Grubhub ads that were amazing. I hated that they were amazing. The premise is he goes back to college because there's a college discount, and it's just Brian Cox bullying college students. Like
That's
his
cool.
roommate comes in, and he's just like, "Get out,
Get the hell out of my
get
room."
out."
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know.
there's something about like because I mean I actually really loved Club Dread.
I like Club Dread a lot
I love
too.
Club
Yeah, I
Dread
like that
because
one.
Club Dread
Me
was
too.
like a different version of Scary Movie that I thought
Yes.
was
Yeah.
really, really like the way the jokes were a different style of jokes, but
It's
it
not a
worked
spoof,
either
yeah.
way.
Club Dread was my Hot Fuzz, and what I mean by that is that both Club Dread and Hot Fuzz were movies that when I first watched, I didn't immediately take to. And then over time, I was like, that's an incredible movie, simply because I wasn't expecting that. Like, I wasn't expecting an action movie here, versus Club Dread was like, I wasn't expecting like a weird slasher.
It's just a comedy slasher. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
it's not like a direct like spoof of the genre like Scary Movie is. They just went like, well, let's make a slasher movie, but it's funny.
Yeah.
And impossibly funny, which is like
yeah.
really like the jokes are just like, in what world? But like then you get little things where he's like, you know, this is a song I wrote called Pina Colada, but she's like, play
Paxton is
Margaritaville. It's
fucking
like, I
next
think
level.
you mean Pina
It's so
Colada
good.
Burge. And it's just like,
They're all good.
son of a bitch.
like, I will say too, Hot Fuzz has one of the funniest, most underappreciated moments is when they all suit up to gear up at the end and they have all the guns that you just hear them cocking shotguns for like 3 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, that's so funny that they just keep cocking the shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah, Broken Lizard. It's one of those like they're not I wouldn't call them edgy. They have like boner jokes and
College humor.
It's college humor, and it's the kind of humor where if someone's like, I don't like it, I'm like, that's fine.
There's going to be another
Like, it's
joke
that
in 20
feeling where I'm
seconds.
like,
And
yeah.
and actually, if we can cut back to what we said previously, Jay Chandrasekhar tortured Aaron McGarry
He sure did.
He sure did.
in Jackass.
Yeah, he did.
Like, as the cab
Is he-
driver.
Yeah, I think he has like a directing career, right?
Oh yeah,
He did. He made a lot of Arrested Development.
yeah, he did a ton of Arrested Development, right?
He's
Yeah.
like,
He directs most of the Broken Lizard movies. I think, if not all of them. He made,
Right.
Dukes of Hazzard. I think was him too.
right, like it's that sort of thing where like everybody, like a lot of this cast is like you only see them come back for a Broken Lizards thing, and then he's got his own.
Yeah. Also,
Separate.
Steve Lemmy's doing great. Like, he looks the same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They,
They all
all
look good.
They all look pretty much the same, except
some
for
of them
they're
look-
older.
Aged, but Steve Lemmy doesn't
Aged.
look older.
Just gray. But I think
Yeah,
him and Kevin
yeah.
Heffernan do like Tacoma PD or FD or whatever that show's
Yeah.
called. So they're out there still.
Yeah, yeah. Farva, he's lost a little weight. He's
Farva,
he's
man,
marrying
he's
Thorny's sister.
yeah. And
I
he's
like the
trying to stop
premise.
the
It's
wedding. That's a
stupid.
fun premise that they're trying to stop the wedding, and he's
Yeah.
fucking. He was so fucking funny in the second one. Like that
It's
was
weird.
that's what won me over about the second one was they really made Farva do some pretty fucking funny scenes.
Yeah. It's weird that there's exactly two cop comedies that just get away with me going like, I love these cops. It's this and Reno 911 where I'm like, I don't know, it's still
It's part of the premise of Reno 911, though.
is that they're awful.
They're explicitly awful crooked cops.
Yeah.
Just terrible, petty people. Lazy.
All right. Speaking of sequels, fucking Practical Magic 2. I really like Practical Magic 1. I like how horny this seems. I love how horny Nicole Kidman has gotten over time.
Yeah, they're just really.
Oh wait, over time. She's always sorry.
She was always that, but yeah, it's been more, I guess, directly embraced. I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. I think it's maybe we're all just acknowledging it now.
The second
is filled-
divorce released her.
Yes,
She could do whatever
God
she
damn.
wants now.
This does have a little bit of the Remember stuff.
Oh, it has a lot
Lime
of
and
them,
the
but
coconut
like,
song and like,
but like Super Troopers, it's it's been so long. It's been long enough that since I've seen the original Practical Magic that I didn't remember most of them except for the line in the Coconut song. So it was just me watching a trailer like, they're back.
I love whenever Sandy gets to be funny because she's one of those most underrated funny people.
Yes.
That like never gets to be funny.
I will also say that this movie seems like a dartboard movie. Like where like the studio just closes their eyes and throws a dart at a dartboard and it landed on Practical Magic and they were like, we'll do Practical Magic too. Like
this to me,
it seems so random. It's such a random legacy sequel to do. Or like, because how Practical Magic came out in like 98?
Yeah, to me, this is actually the opposite.
It feels like a Space Jam 2, where it was a similar situation where it was a lot of like sort of social media kind of willed this movie into existence.
Yeah, like Bill and Ted 3.
Mm-hmm. See, I guess I had the opposite where to me, I'm like, why haven't they made a bunch of these? Because this to me is like a Tank Girl where it's like, it had this like niche appeal specifically or mostly for teenage girls. Like I knew a lot of teenage girls when I was also a teenager who loved this and like, the witchcraft stuff, the craft, where this was like, we're not quite being hocus pocus. We're not being the craft. We're being like this weird, like
kind of in between where it's a little scary, but it's also mostly kind of
romance
light.
And it's like comedy. Yeah. And
there's
so
a fucking
like
zombie in it.
It's one where it's like on paper you'd look at Tank Girl and go like, well, we're not going to make more of those. And it's like, but if you did, you'd make a surprising amount of money. You'd be like, oh, I guess a lot of people went to Tank Girl.
It's also from the era when you didn't have to make part 2 to a movie for it to be great.
Yeah.
Like where you look at it and you're like, oh, we don't need Amelie 2. Or like all these, there are like the 90s was really good at making one and done great movies.
For sure. And this is a weird one to sequel in that sense.
It literally seems like they were just like, we should make a legacy sequel. We should make a long awaited sequel to a movie. And they had, a bunch of them, like a big wheel, like, oh, there's the big hit and there's Practical Magic and there's Chocolat, or like all these different like
Chocolat 2. Fuck yeah.
All these fucking and it's just like, just throw it. It landed on Practical Magic. I will say the weirdest and most interesting phenomenon about this movie is the comments on this trailer, because like every third one is about somebody who lost somebody that loved the original movie and how they're sad they are. They can't watch. It is like, go look.
Well, just
the movie's a little bit about that. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. But the movie is a little bit about that. So it doesn't surprise me too much.
But I was just like,
I guess
everybody is talking about their dead friend in the comments.
Yeah. I think this is like a different conversation that I'm not the person to represent, but there has been a lot of talk about that idea of like, Hollywood doesn't seem to think of like movies geared towards traditionally like female crowds as being like stuff that you can like franchise and do money makers and like treat this way. And that's why I was like, I don't know, they could have made 5 of these. They really could have, like, if that was normalized to do, it's like, this is a repeatable premise. This is delightful. They're delightful.
Make a Sisterhood of the Traveling Jean Jacket.
Yeah. Which isn't to say they don't do that, but like, this was one that I'm like, yeah, it's about time. Also, like Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, that chemistry of like,
I
don't know.
It's weird they didn't make more movies together, or is there like a major one that I'm forgetting?
Speed.
That's right. She plays the bus in Speed.
She played Dennis Hopper.
Also,
I'm smarter than you.
I like Lee Pace in this, by the way, because he has the I'm in danger vibe where he's like, I feel like I'm going to become a corpse, but I really want to fuck one of these ladies.
Right.
Like, the only way you could take out Lee Pace is with a curse.
That's true. Yeah. He's very vulnerable to curses. It's a pushing daisies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about...
they had to get another himbo in there, right, though?
They did.
With a little bit, he's got like a shoulder tattoo, so you're like, oh, there's an edge of danger to this himbo. Are they going to have to zombie him? We'll find out.
He has an infinity stone. You better be careful.
Yeah, he's Ronan the Accuser, man. You know how many Kree he's murdered?
He's got a big hammer. He's got the hammer. It's weird he's got the hammer, you know?
Carries the hammer everywhere.
They got him. That's part of his
Seinfeld
writer.
episode. It's always with the hammer.
So, for the next row, can no one say the title for a second? Because I want to audience. I want to pitch you something. You're on a train, and the train has a possessed. It has a nun and a preacher, and someone gets possessed on the train. And in the possession, they damage the train, so the train can't stop. What do you call that movie? You call it Speed Demon.
Which is also what happens when you mix The Flash and Ghost Rider.
Yep, and you win a Nobel Prize. It's just this
They
should have been
award
a
you
sequel
with
to
the
Speed.
presidency of Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been a sequel to Speed.
And then you put William H. Macy in it, and you spend, I'm going to say, less than $1 million on the budget.
Is this the first time William H. Macy has played a weirdo priest? Because it shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. This is the role he was made for.
I think this might be the first movie of us entering the phase of William H. Macy is going to make Eastern European action movies while sitting down.
Yes.
Like he's entering his Seagal phase.
Yes, it's the phase a lot of actors do, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I
want to be in this phase.
Yeah,
we all want it.
The do they have gambling debts phase?
A rocking chair paycheck phase.
Yeah, because he sits and he's in one train car and he does an exorcism.
It's like Tarkin wearing the
that.
bunny slippers in real life, you know.
Yeah.
Right. I have a question. I know there's one off the top, like I can't think of it off the top of my head. Has there been a version of this that then became like a classic? Like an actor who was just like, fuck it, I'll do it, and it ends up being like
Taken.
Okay, Taken, yep. I was thinking like Pulp Fiction or something, like one of those movies where they like don't realize that they're about to make a movie that's not just like a action movie, like something where they're like, I'll give you a day, and then they turn out.
Because John Wick and Liam Neeson, they both kind of thought they were like going to be direct to DVD.
Okay, I just realized what I think the answer is.
What's that?
Star Wars.
Well, for some people,
I'd like being like, I'll be in this, and then it defines your career.
Oh, poor. You love to see like a super accomplished theatrical and film actor be cursed with being known as Obi-Wan Kenobi until they die.
This is all to say
space wizard in some nerd's movie.
Yeah, and this is all to say that I hope that when we're all 80, we're running on 9 Speed Demon films, and it's a franchise, and there's TV spin-offs.
Dave, Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
The entire conceit of Star Trek, the show, was just a bunch of actors that were like, sure, whatever.
This looks silly, but okay.
Like if you talk to anybody that was in Star Trek, they're like, literally none of us thought this was going to take off.
You mean the original series?
Yes, the original series, yeah.
Not to deviate, the opposite happened with Patrick Stewart in The Next Generation, where for the first season he was a hard ass and really intense, and then he realized, this is my job for the next 8 years. I'm gonna have to calm down, and he got sillier and more playful and sad.
He also thought that wasn't like everybody that got a Star Trek with those first 2. They thought that they were just not gonna take off.
Yeah, right. Why would you assume the original was famously ended after 3 seasons?
Yeah,
but barely again, struggled after that first one.
I hope that for Speed Demon.
I want this for Speed Demon. Yeah, it looks like Luc Besson's The Omen. It's a lot of sexy nun exorcising demons that are maiming and killing people on the train. In
hot.
Omen ways.
Hot nun.
Yeah.
She's literally smoking hot. William H. Macy's like, I smell cigarettes on you.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a cool nun.
Yeah.
She's a hot, rule-breaking nun.
I don't know who made this. I legitimately...
A genius, an artist.
Yeah, no,
a
here's
precious
the thing.
soul.
I'm not kidding when I'm like, I like this movie, and for one very specific reason.
Hot nun.
It's not ironic. It is completely them doing a movie called Speed Demon about an exorcism on a train, and they know they know it's funny, but they're like, let's not snakes on a plane this. Let's
You can't.
do the fucking
The
movie.
instant you snakes on a plane, you ruin it.
Now,
Yeah.
what they need to do is have a post-credit scene where Russell Crowe shows up and introduces her to the Exorcism Initiative.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that movie? The Russell Crowe gets possessed.
Which one? He played two
Pope's
different
exorcist?
exorcists. He played the Pope's
no.
exorcist, and then
He's in his exorcist phase.
Yeah.
So no, the Pope's exorcist is he's the Pope's exorcist.
Yes.
There's the what is it called? The exorcism.
The exorcism, where he's like a
That-
movie exorcist.
But what's amazing about the exorcism is that he's the one who gets possessed. And you look at the exorcist genre, it's always this teenage girl, right? It's always like, oh, this little girl, a little boy. And it's like a demon looked and went like, you know, if I possessed Russell Crowe,
I bet I could do some damage.
yeah. Like, it's like, why doesn't a demon like possess like a muscly dude or a bull of a man?
John Goodman.
And that's, yeah. And that's what I loved about that one is it's like, this is a real problem. Also, they have to make like Russell Crowe be all bendy, which is a sight.
I do like the idea of like, yeah, man, just go to like an NFL locker room if you're going to possess somebody.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to stop Bo Jackson in his prime as a demon.
Yeah.
Just running through you like you're the boss, you know?
Right.
You know what I keep hearing they're making, and it seems like it's taking too long. There's going to be a one where the president's been possessed, not the current president, like an alternate
Omen.
world president. Yeah.
By
The
Zartan.
Omen 3. He's technically not
about
possessed for the record in
Clayface.
the Omen.
No, right. He's Damien, but yeah.
He's Damien. Should we move on?
I kind
I
of
think
want to
so.
talk more about just this Speed Demon movie, but fine.
I do feel like we didn't do it justice. Like, we will be watching this movie.
It looks like a lot of fun.
And
I am
honestly,
s-
I love a hot nun.
yes.
But
She's
my Catholic upbringing mixed with my pure male sexuality. My
she's too
I
hot.
think I just like costumes.
I like being brought to a fantasy world where I
Yeah, I
can
like being transported
experience
out of the drudgery of my own life.
about the decadence of eroticism.
Ooh,
Remember
forbidden
that-
sexuality.
Here's
Ooh,
what
it's
this movie has
taboo.
figured out. You know that movie? What's the movie Unstoppable about a true story about a runaway train?
Uh-huh.
That movie is boring. And you know why?
There's no demons in it.
No hot nun, no demon. No,
I was going to go more basic than that is that a movie about a runaway blank isn't enough to make a movie. Speed knew. They went put a bomb on it. Do this. And so that's what it is like runaway train, not a movie. You put a fucking demon on it or terrorists, you got a movie.
or have it pierce the snow.
Or have it pierce the snow. That one's
then
not
we got a
runaway.
movie.
Also, there's a scene that they flash for half a second on the screen, and I know it's not what it is, but it looks like a red lightsaber.
It could be.
How awesome would that be?
I mean, all bets are off on the speed demon train.
That would be so cool if they just
Yeah.
were like, fuck it.
George Lucas doesn't. They don't own lightsabers. They
Disney
very
isn't
much own
litigious.
lightsabers. You can't actually say the word. Speaking of not
all
owning
right.
the rights to anything,
Yeah, okay. This is going to happen a lot. This
Yes.
is the trailer for 2026's Night of the Living Dead. Fun fact, I looked this up on IMDb. The official name of this movie is based on the original Night of the Living Dead. The synopsis is based on the original Night of the Living Dead. I looked at the director. He does a lot of
was
those,
their name
like-
based on the original Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
It's Jorge
The dir-
Romero.
The director
George
who-
Romero.
With the S at the end.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave.
No, the director has done a lot of this. Assault on VA 33. A House is Not a Home, and the cover is the Haunting of the House on Haunted Hill cover, like the same cover. This is again,
This is like an asylum video director. This
they know what they're
looks
doing.
like a piece of shit. Like this looks terrible.
It looks 20% stock footage.
Yes.
Like whenever they show a city, I'm like, you absolutely did not.
Nope. You
go
didn't do that.
A city.
Did you see my note? It's just.
Oh yeah, there is a Rob Van Dam. There was a fucking Rob Van Dam.
I'm
was
just
not
like, don't care,
prepared.
don't care, don't. Oh shit, that's RVD. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I'm like, I've
They don't
never
prep
cared
you
about
for it at
anything
all?
less than this movie. But I'm excited that Rob Van Dam, the man who's in my first tagged photo on Facebook.
Excellent.
They
They don't prepare you for it at all, by the way. His name's not mentioned at any point. You don't see him at any time before this. It's just randomly in the middle of the trailer. There's Rob Van Dam.
And if you want to think about how effective his choice of name was, the comments are like, was that JCVD in there? So the looks are still there.
Here's what I'm betting on. I keep hearing about there's a teaser for this. Return of the Living Dead is getting made. It is also a director who's done like very cheapo horror. But the trailer looks like the teaser looks good. And Devon Sawa is in it.
I suppose that's probably more of an official production, because the famous thing about Night of the Living Dead is there are no rights. Anybody can make Night of the Living Dead.
That's why I'm like, all right, everybody get ready. There's going to be 60 Night of the Living Deads.
They should put Popeye in Night of the Living Dead.
Fuck they should.
Put Popeye and Winnie the Pooh and Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, fucking who cares?
Oh, who gives a shit anymore?
Let's get up the ball. Punch me a zombie.
That's how he lost the eye.
Yeah.
Well, cracking it open.
Well, blow me now.
Blow me. Biting his head open.
He like winds up to punch a zombie. It just bites his throat.
Man,
Zombie Popeye would be a real problem, man. Those meaty forearms.
Honestly, someone should do just a grab bag of public domain, right?
Yeah.
Like
The public domain
put 'em
Avengers.
all in there.
Yeah.
Fuck
Also,
it.
Alan
the
Moore did
public
that. It's
domain
called the League
event.
of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, you're right.
And then he complained about other people adapting his work that he adapted from other people's work.
Yeah.
He's a fascinating man.
A man whose work I love, and I would do anything but want to have a conversation with.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I very much appreciated a lot of the work he's created. I have no interest in ever speaking to him or even being in the same room with him.
There you go. Same.
Don't meet any of your heroes.
No. Don't meet your whiny, complaining heroes.
So, next trailer then is a movie that I actually had on my like list of deserves more hype that I had like ready, and I had heard about for 6 months. I was waiting for the trailer, and then Neon bought it, and it has 2 million views. So it certainly does
this is
deserve
getting a lot of
more hype.
buzz now.
It does have it
Leviticus.
Looks like Leviticus.
Get it? Get it?
Oh, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been review bombed on IMDb, probably because of the subject.
Probably because of the subject matter. It's a horror movie. It looks like it's about conversion therapy.
It is, yes. Like the premise is, yeah. It's Australia. Australia is having like a new wave horror thing right now, right? Where it's like, I think it's Australian. They sound Australian.
Practical magic.
Practical magic.
Australian with some witchcraft, you know?
What's those movies? Bring Her Back and
Oh yeah.
That one about the tire.
Rubber.
Yeah, Rubber.
That was Australian, right?
I'm not sure about
So-
that one, but
This is, and I don't mean to say this in a like I don't mean to like in a hand wavy way, but it follows if the monster looked like the person your crush or the person you loved.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's precisely that. That's the mood they're going for. It's two young men who are into each other who, yes, go through like a conversion, but I think it's like the conversion camp is like some occult thing, and then basically the guy the guy he has a crush on or loves is now like the form of the demon going after him. It does feel like a very clear like conversion camp
the metaphor is pretty clear. Yeah, it's like, let's take these feelings, these positive feelings, and turn it into
Yeah. And it's been 6 months of like festival reviews that are all, it's, 97% Rotten Tomatoes.
It looks intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm in, yeah.
It's one of those metaphors that it's like, you don't
Talk
have
to
to
me. That
try
was the
to
other movie,
explain
Dave.
it. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is one of those metaphors where you're like, right, of course. Like, I know
Right, yeah. It clicks. But it looks good. I'm glad
Yeah.
it's getting distribution.
Fairly unknown director. I hope it's really good. I'm very excited for it. And then he goes on to make the Oak Street sequel. Makes a dinosaur film or something.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Like the It Follows guy.
Makes an Under the Silver Lake movie.
wait, what
Yeah.
what movie did you say?
The director of It Follows is doing that Ewan McGregor dinosaur movie.
The end of
Now-
Oak Street.
People know about that movie?
Oh, yeah.
I bet it would be really
trailer's
interesting if somebody on this podcast saw a sneak preview of that movie
Fuck.
months ago.
I actually don't want to know.
I'm NDA'd, so I
We'll
can't say
talk.
shit. If I
Okay,
had
good.
been that person that had seen that movie already.
He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite
eyes
directors.
got, unironically got very wide.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you told me that or not already, Jeff.
He's one of my favorite directors that makes
Same.
me bummed out because I'm pretty sure he's younger than me. I get to that point where I'm like, you're a genius, young man.
I don't know. Actually don't know how old he is, but
Probably the same age. I don't know.
anyway.
Leviticus. Check it out.
Leviticus.
It's almost like there's nothing more to say. It just looks like a banger horror movie. And speaking of just that, our final trailer is for Evil Dead Burn. I looked up the director, another director. I'm like, I don't really recognize this person's work.
I think it was.
I would have seen an Evil Dead movie anyway. But
Yeah, this
what a
trailer is
pitch.
This trailer is fucking awesome.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a one shot.
yeah.
It's so good. Like, this trailer's great.
I'm gonna look up
I
the
would-
directors. I feel like I recognize them. Sorry, guys.
No, I've liked all the new Evil Deads, which was a very surprising thing for me. Someone who grew up I fell in love with movies because of Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I never thought you could make more.
the first real surprise to me was liking the remake.
Yeah, because I was like, no.
Yeah, your
and then the
remake Evil
remake.
Dead?
Yeah, but here's what I'll say: is that one and the City one, I felt a lot of the Evil Dead. I haven't felt as much Evil Dead 2 or, of course, Army of Darkness in the remakes, right?
Right,
And I
they're
get why.
focusing more on the horror.
This actually feels a little Evil Dead 2-y, where they're flying. You can see them flying in the background.
Get slammed on through the table.
Yeah. This feels like, oh, there's my fucking Deadites right there.
They're just beating the fucking Christ out of people in this trailer.
And it's just one lady crawling through it, having a bad time.
That bowling pin.
Yeah.
That bowling pin's getting used.
It just feels like they really hammered some basic rules to make these remakes, and they got the right rules. They're like, you punish people. You punish them hard. You don't look away. You make it grisly and have fun. And honestly, be a good do good filmmaking. Evil Dead, I think one of the staples is that Sam Raimi, you watch the original Evil Deads and you're like, is this a good director? It's that feeling, where it's not just a cheesy slasher. It's there's intent here. There's a career. And so this has all of that. It looks great.
Yeah, I'm really
into it.
I really liked this trailer.
I'm not a big fan of the Evil Dead franchise.
Sure.
I really liked Army of Darkness the most, if that tells you about anything about me.
Army of Darkness is fantastic.
Yeah, I prefer that version of it. I don't like Evil Dead 2 that much, which is I feel like I missed some kind of boat.
Yes. So Evil Dead 1 has a very infamous scene where if you're an edgelord teenager, you're like, this is so edgy. But there's also a lot of, again, great filmmaking. A lot of what makes Evil Dead great is the companion books about the making of, where you read how they made it. I just think more series should do what Evil Dead did, which is, okay, we're going to make a sequel and then another sequel. Let's just completely change it. Like, I really appreciate, like, a horror sequel that was like, what are we going to do the same thing 3 times? Let's put them back in time. Let's completely change what this is and like turn it into like a fantasy slapstick.
Yeah.
Like, more horror should do that, honestly. Like,
Nightmare on Elm Street did it a lot.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that is a but like, yeah, even Friday the 13th obviously does it, but they never.
Yeah.
Evil Dead was the only one that was like, you know what? Time travel. Where it's like, if we're going to do it, let's fucking do it. Which is why I'm surprised we haven't gotten Evil Dead in space. I think maybe because it'd be the shortest film ever. Is like a deadite would just puncture the side.
Right, yeah, it's like a deadite in a submarine, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
But
that would go wrong pretty quickly. But yeah, no,
Any other thoughts?
I'm just agreeing with. I'd never thought I would be so okay with the Evil Dead series being completely divorced from like Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, well, they're still producing it.
Oh, right, but you know what I mean? Like, they're not in it. It's not the same tone as their movie. It's the same kind of like it's identifiably an Evil Dead movie, but it's not like the same tone or vibe as their stuff.
I guess what I like.
Yeah,
I don't want to go too long on this because we're already gone very long. But like, The Evil Dead was this film where you hear stories about, they famously were like, Sam Raimi was roommates with the Coen brothers, where it was like this, like James Cameron was a big fan of Evil Dead before people knew about Evil Dead, where it was like a filmmaker's movie, and it was like this very famous case of horror really starting this career, and where from like we have $3,000 to shoot this film, and obviously there's others dead alive and so on. I just like that Sam Raimi, the producer, is like, I want Evil Dead to continue to be that, and every new remake has been a different, smaller director, and I'm sure that's kept cost down too.
Yeah, sure.
But it's just like, I love that. I love that. Like, and then these directors were seeing them make more movies, and I'm like, it's like its own little film school.
Also,
it's wonderful.
I don't know if a big budget Evil Dead would succeed. I think people would. Evil Dead has this punk rock horror energy to it that it might feel like selling out.
Yeah, I think a big budget Army of Darkness.
It's totally different. But yes, I agree. A big budget Army of Darkness would be fantastic.
that would be hilarious. Yeah.
I also love the swing of the studios being like, yeah, let's make that. But yeah, I don't know. I am curious to see them try to wade into Army of Darkness territory. I think that would be really interesting.
That would be fun.
Yeah, but
Horror's
so far
having a decade.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Oh, it's having a century. We love horror.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people are sick of these, but for me, I'm like,
Also, there's a vibrantly colored
different place.
bowling pin in this trailer that I am desperate to know more about.
Oh, that bowling pin's coming back into it. You know it is.
I saw that bowling pin. I was like, everything's brown, but that's a white and red bowling pin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that. This trailer is colorless, which is par for the course for all the Evil Deads, really. It's one of the few times where it's like, yeah, Evil Dead's always been kind of muted. Very brown movie.
That's true.
Brown and gray.
A lot of woods.
And very red.
But
very
I
red.
just wanted to add real quick that the director of the last one, Evil Dead Rise, was Lee Cronin, and he's now made Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which is in theaters right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, these directors go on to make other cool stuff.
Yeah, I love that. And it's Fede Alvarez for the first one.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Alien?
He did do Alien, yeah.
Yeah.
He also did Don't Breathe, which I enjoyed, but I know you had problems with.
Again, it's sort of like I like all of these directors. I don't necessarily have loved their movies, but I think they're extremely talented directors.
Right, yeah. For sure.
Should we think some more producers?
Let's do it.
They get a Norm from Cheers.
Thank you.
They get a Norm from Cheers on Dying Love for Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven.
Thank you.
They get, oh shit, it's Candyman.
Thank you so much.
They get a pneumono ultramicroscopic silical volcanoconiosis anti-establishmentarianism Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you. They get a Rev MD.
Thank you so much.
They get a Ricky Cilantro.
Thank you.
They get a Robert.
Thank you so much.
They get a Rosemary's Baby from Eraserhead.
Thank you.
They get a Screaming Horse Pyramid.
Thank you.
They get a Sorry Cop, World's Most Laughable Centrist.
Thank you so much.
They get a Steven.
Thank you.
They get a Sweet Keel, likes the way Tom says, pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
let me jump in here. Thank you to Encircled by Ravages of the Scourge. Zombie Battle is hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you to the conveniently placed self-destruct button on the top of every baby's head.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Oatmeal Savage.
Thank you.
Thank you to the scar left by seeing James Woods put a gun in his stomach cooch.
Thanks.
Thank you to the Thriller in Manila Schlong in Hong Kong.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Tubi Terror Bunny has left a resurrected copy of Dead Heat in your house for Easter.
Thank you.
Thank you to these 7 Bs.
Thanks.
Thank you to Time to Shake Off My Last Bit of Tip Drizzle.
And how?
Thank you to Tux.
Tux.
Thank you to Vincent.
Vincent.
Thank you to Watch Me Use These Prehensile Nipples to shoplift loose shrimp.
Thank you.
Thank you to Will Rhymes with Bill. Our Bill rhymes with Will.
Thank you.
And thank you to your mom.
Thanks.
Dave, before we boot, scoot, and boogie on out of here, do you have one final trailer that maybe could use some hype as we enter into the weekend?
Yeah, you know what? We could use another trailer after
We could
all
use
that.
one more after all that, yeah.
I do. I have a movie that deserves more hype. It's called Salt Along the Tongue.
That's
It
a
comes
good,
out-
weird name.
I know. Click on the poster's really good and weird too. This comes out May 1st, which is that fucking soon?
That's today.
That's today when this
Yeah.
comes out.
Oh, man, that
That's
poster
why
is
I picked
bitchin'.
it. Yeah. This is part of the Australia horror stuff. Australia has this thing where they give money. The government gives, a lot of governments do this that aren't America.
Or
They
make a Mad
pay
Max, yeah.
for movies. But I guess in Australia, there's been like a little bit of like, they're kind of doing the Hollywood thing where they're only going for like mainstream things. So this is not a movie funded by Australia, notably. It's very indie. You can kind of tell from the trailer, but it looks really interesting. It's about a woman whose mother died, and then she lives with the mother's twin sister. It's a landfill. It's a landfill. Perfect.
You can just call me Landfill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some sort of like beef between the dead mother and the aunt, who has a cooking show on YouTube, like a cheesy cooking show. And then the mother starts to manifest herself, like haunt them, it seems. And like there's like some grudge, and it's somehow through the food. And I'm not actually entirely sure, based on this trailer, like what that means fully. The limited reviews that are positive, talk about how like you could call this, it's technically a horror, but it has a lot more like, layers and spirituality, and like it's more of like a supernatural and kind of it is sinister, like it has horror elements, but it has like, I guess, possession and the idea of like a shadow of yourself, obviously with the twin thing. But it's sort of just, it's about more than that, it's more of like a drama, a family tale. It just looks really interesting in that premise of like a haunting through food, not in like this cake is becoming a monster way. You know what I mean? Like,
Would you call this elevated horror, Dave?
yeah, I'd say most horror these days would want to be elevated
Say that
horror.
to the disgust of John Carpenter.
Yeah.
The fuck are you
But
talking about?
Yeah,
Plain
this feels
Destiny.
more to me like one of those movies where someone's like, it's a horror, and they're like, yeah, I guess we can call it that. Like, it feels like, because there's that genre where it's like, there's horror, yeah, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, like that movie What Lies Beneath.
What Lies Beneath is
Where
like,
you're like, yeah, I guess you
kind
can
of a
call that a
mystery.
horror.
I was thinking like It Comes at Night, where you're like, we're advertising this as a horror, huh? People are going to be really mad at that.
Silence of the Lambs is advertised as horror. Seven is advertised as horror, and
Yeah.
There's overlap.
I think
in
of those
those, I
more as
think.
thrillers, but yeah, those are.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely supernatural. Salt Along the Tongue. What'd you guys think?
Australian, so I refuse to watch it. Get on the right
man.
hemisphere, if you fucks.
Get your water drain in the correct direction.
Yeah.
My Coriolis is affected. I'm going to not go see this movie. No, it looks fine.
It looks cool. Like I like all the technical stuff, or the choices in the trailer to show like the possession. Like there's a lot of play using like the mother's shadow in the shot to represent like the spirit's presence, or like the point of view shots are meant to be the mom, and those look all trippy in the trailer. Food is tough for me in horror movies.
Yeah.
Like
There's definitely a hair in the mouth scene, and I'm like, ew.
so that's
guess-
the kind of gross out that really gets me is food based stuff. So this might be tough for me to handle, but it's a heck of an idea.
Yeah, and I will say it doesn't seem like the movie is intentionally going for gross out food.
It doesn't.
I think it's just gonna, like it's like unavoidable.
I think it's going to be more of
food.
what I'm bringing to it, but yes, it is there in the subject matter.
Yeah, it's visceral.
Yeah.
So like I totally get that, but I just like that Australia is having kind of a moment here with like, oh yeah, we're doing horror. We're all doing horror here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Check it out.
And this is like a more on the indie side. Like I said, Leviticus was one that I was ready to put in this section. It got all the hype. And then there's this movie where I'm like, well, let's give this movie some hype. It's got like 200 views on YouTube.
Good.
Salt Along the Tongue.
Check it out.
Along the Tongue.
See it today
Yeah,
It's true. It's out today.
on
on
VOD.
movie night.
It'll get buried in VOD like a lot of things. So yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll show it on Patreon movie night.
Yeah.
Make fun of this woman's grief.
Yeah.
Perfect
Watch.
film for a group watch.
Yeah, I will say I don't think this is necessarily about grief. Like, you know how all horror movies are about grief now? This feels like it's more about grudges. Like the idea of like someone you lost who you loved, you had unfinished business.
You're
with.
mad at them about something, and then it's
And
forever
they're-
unresolved.
I
Yeah.
do like
Right,
getting
and
mad
they're
at
your
stuff. so
twin.
that's
They're
good.
like you.
That speaks to me.
I can see myself in that.
I just
Spiteful
appreciate
ghost. I'm in.
it. Yeah.
Punch
petty-
that goddamn ghost.
A petty bitch of a ghost. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna haunt you. I'm just gonna make things kind of wet.
Yeah, I'm rattling the dishes not to scare you, but because I want to keep you awake.
Yeah, and make the dishes dirty again.
Being an asshole.
Is there ghost
Homily
piss
ghost.
on these dishes again?
Little
Piss
Casper
ghost.
appears. Who could it be?
I don't.
Oh,
I can
shit.
smell the piss, but I can't see the piss.
Asper.
Someone should make Piss Ghost. Yeah, Casper the Pissed Ghost.
I said Asper, but yeah,
Piss-
Asper the Piss Ghost.
Yep. Rubbing his
Done.
ass on everything.
Done and done.
Honestly, that's Ghostbusters 5 now, or whatever
Yeah.
fucking number Ghostbusters were on. 6,
Yeah, right.
7. I don't know. There's one good one total.
Still
Yeah.
just the one?
Just one good one.
Anyway,
Like
that's a
Park.
sub.
It's like Jurassic Park movies.
Yep.
They can't hurt me after the first one.
did
That
Hypecast.
was a so. Jeff, thank you
was
so much for
2
being on,
sods.
man. That was a really, really long episode.
It was. Oh, this invoice is going to be crazy. No, it's good. I'm glad to be here. And you know what? What a nice way to start a weekend than to listen to a nearly 2.5 hour guest.
I know.
About all the
it's
coming
hard. We're all
attractions.
buds. We love talking.
We do love talking.
It's like
Remind
5 Siskel and
people-
Ebert movies.
Yeah. People probably took days to listen to this, so remind them where they can find you here at
Yeah.
the end.
Well, I mean, thank you all for still being here. I do a lot of really fun podcasts and cool shows. I do Jeff Has Cool Friends. I do Nerd with Dre Alvarez, Nerd Numbers from the producing spot here. And on top of that, I do the Monthly Flow with Andre Gazette. I do all that is available at patreon.com/Jeff May. You can also get cards in the mail from when I open cards on the Jeff Has
Cool.
Cool Cards YouTube page. It's Jeff Has Cool Synergy. We like to have
Yeah.
going on there. And if you could follow the Jeff Has Cool Cards YouTube page, that would be nice. I'm at Hey There Jeffro too on the social medias or on Instagram, Hey There Jeffro everywhere else. Adam Todd Brown, stuff I do with him, and you can see me live in Burbank at I just had a stroke.
Yeah.
Mint on Card is the second Friday of every month, a blast from the past in beautiful Magnolia in Burbank, California.
It's hard when you're doing the spiel and like your brain, like
I'm cooked.
you're on autopilot.
I'm like, there's a lot happening in like my periphery right now where I'm just like, what am I doing right now? Okay.
Well, I'm going to do our spiel. We have a Patreon. Patreon.com/gamefully unemployed. We have exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman.
Hey.
Fox Mulder is a Maniac, the complete series. Star Trek The Next Futurama. Spiel Boys. And our Supernatural podcast called Himboos. It's about the show Supernatural. We also, every Friday night, that's today, if you're listening to this on Friday, we watch movies with our patrons. 2 movies back to back on our Discord. You can check that out. That's a tier. There's a bunch of tiers. And we have fun, folks.
We do. We have lots of fun.
Yeah.
We have all.
We also have a store. Check out our gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. Please rate and review our podcast wherever you're listening, and check out our other show, Badical, Badical, also wherever you are listening.
New episode just came up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Last week.
Look at
and
that.
Speaking of Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, we just had a free episode go up of our show.
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
And you're back from your sabbatical.
That's
So
much synergy.
Give me $5,000 for that joke.
No.
There's never been a better time to give Jeff $5,000.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as The Corlew or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.